What's up, chat? Coming in clutch. What are you talking about? We got several minutes left until the thing starts. Is chat exaggerating again? Ugh. Ugh. It starts in... Relax. It's a premiere. That means it's got a countdown timer. Okay, the countdown timer is like at least a minute. Chat always exaggerating, man. We'll be fine. We'll be fine like track... Was it track 12 on Take Care? I'll be so proud of myself if I got the track number right, because I don't actually know the track number. We'll be fine is track 9. Fuck. Never mind. Ugh. Anyway, it seems like this Gamescom shit is basically E3. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, that was fucking loud. How's the levels, guys? It's like this Gamescom thing is like E3 Junior right now, basically. Because we got an Xbox event today. Tomorrow we got opening night live, which is like 2 hours of reveals, and they already confirmed Saints Row was gonna be there. Banana Mania was gonna have a reveal there. Apparently there's gonna be a Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl reveal there. So that's a lot of shit. And then the day after that, Future Game Show have got their own Gamescom event. So this really is E3 Junior. Out of the blue, so let's hope to get some good reveals. See, I told you we had a lot of time. Look at all this time we have. Chat was getting all worked up over nothing. Closer to 30 listeners. Fuck off. 26. It's 4 whole years. 4 years is a long time. Okay, trust me, I know. Yo, what's up, Shavix? Ugh. They better not disappoint though. I mean, I haven't really played Halo like that, but I've been meaning to do like the Master Chief Collection at least on the channel, so maybe this will nudge me quicker into doing it. I don't know. What's up, Ali Reza? Shame you couldn't stream this. You still having PC troubles? Ugh. Flight Simulator? Fresh cut Ulysses. The new glasses Ulysses as well. Like, anyone notice the new shades? Remember I used to rock the thickies.
Welcome to our Gamescom.
The thick with like 3 C's.
We've got so many great game updates to share with you today. We're talking Age of Empires 4, Psychonauts 2, and my personal favorite,
Oh yeah, Psychonauts 2.
Flight Simulator.
I might have to cop
Later
that.
on, we'll take an extended
Who is this Michael Jordan son-looking dude?
Much going into this, and Playground Games' vision of Mexico is muy bonito.
And we'll be getting our first look
This
at
dude really look like he Michael Jordan's son.
I got 5
I don't know what
minutes
Michael Jordan's son
before
looked like. He just looked like someone who related to Michael Jordan.
Win $5? I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, indeed. Our Xbox Plays team will also chat with devs and deep dive into current and upcoming games all week on twitch.tv/Xbox.
Let's get started with Techland and their upcoming zombie parkour sequel, Dying Light 2.
Zombie? More zombie shit. New shades, glasses, not sunglasses.
Hello, I am
Actually, you can get the thing that makes the glasses darken in the sunlight, thus making them double as sunglasses. So incorrect.
We can't wait until December 7th to
Although I didn't
finally
actually
begin
get that thing
Dying
because
Light 2
the
Stay
last time I
Tuned,
got it, it
the
was too
game
extreme.
we have been working on really hard for the last few years.
We're hoping
You just
the
had your
gameplay
second
video
vaccine.
you're about to watch will
Vaccine
give you a
X
foretaste of
2000.
parkour and combat systems
Ugh.
waiting for you in the game.
And we are just about
You
to
got a new
enter the
trim,
city,
you also have glasses.
fighting
Hey,
our
welcome
way
to the
through
club.
its brutal and dangerous streets.
You gotta walk an hour to get a
As
trim?
you will see in a
I
moment,
started
there are
using the
plenty
barber
of
shop
things
that
you
was
can
next
use
to the
your
corner shop.
advantage.
I
So
seen
watch
them there for
close,
years and I was
look
too
for
nervous.
special
I was like, it's
combat
not a
and
black barber, I
parkour
can't go
moves,
there.
and check out how
But
with
then,
just a bit of
the
creativity,
convenience of it being around the
combine
corner,
the
I was just like, I need to try
Ready?
them at least
Let's
once.
go.
And they did a good job before. My last trim was from them, so I was like, you know what, let me go there again.
Probably like many others. People had their ambitions.
You can't cheat on your barber.
Now
Ah,
it's all gone.
I'm under the impression that, like,
Started it. But it
you
was the
know,
people
you can
who
go
made
wherever.
the world the way it is.
I mean, okay, look.
This city, Villador.
If there's a good barber that's closer, I'll go.
They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones.
Midscon? It's Gamescom, so you'd have to say Midscom. And it just started.
Instead of
Give it a
fighting
chance.
together, people stood against each other.
There's a barber 2 minutes away, but it's not so. Yeah, I used to do the racial thing as well, like only black barbers. But
Hope died.
nowadays, the non-black barbers have been getting good at black people hair. It's a different time now. Before you wouldn't even risk that shit.
Each time we strike down an enemy, we absorb their strength.
But I can't let that happen.
Yeah, Bradley is white, so he doesn't have that barber shit. Like other races, we have that barber shit where it's like we only go to our own race because the white barbers didn't back then. They didn't used to learn how to do our hair, so they would always fuck it up. Plus, you know, barber culture. You know, we used to go to. I got a barber in the high street that Jamaican dude. Every time we go there, it's like patois. You don't even know what he's saying, but I don't know. It's just nice to listen to.
Let's check and see.
And then you got the African barbers as well. Like I went to a barber place. This is my dad's favorite place to go to. Every time he was going barbers and I went with him, we go there. They had like Ghanaians, Nigerians there. You know, so you hear the Ghanaian accents, Nigerian accents and shit. You know, so I've been back to the Ghanaian, Nigerian one. I've been to the Jamaican ones. The one around the corner now, I can't even tell. I think they're like, if I was to guess, like Polish, Russian kind of, based on the aura. I don't know. You only get your haircut like 3 times a year? Man. I mean, I've been like that before though, especially when I had the afro. Like,
that was an exciting
I was
trip,
like,
wasn't it, Timo?
I just wouldn't cut it. I'm like, it looks messy anyway. Like, you could shape it a bit, but like, I'll just let it grow. But realistically, like, for my kind of hair, if you want it to look fresh, you gotta go like every 1 to 2 weeks.
But there's
you know,
thing
I'd be
that
getting
stood out
lazy
to
with
me.
it. Plus,
All
it's
those
expensive.
parkour moves that you and your
You're your
team
barber's
has
first
put so much
customer.
effort
Ah,
into.
that's a tough one.
All you need is a few thousand of animations, cooperation with professional
I see it like,
makeup sessions,
I see it like a marriage, right? You can have like your main barber, and you can have like your side team. You go to the main barber like
That's right. And we
when you
got
need like your
twice
proper
the
cut,
number
like you
of
got something
parkour
important
moves
going on, an
compared to
event,
the
a
first
date, some
game.
shit like that.
And we are showing some
And
of
you go to
them
the
in
side
this
team barber
trailer.
when you just
The
need something
vote
local,
being the
like a
most
fresh up. You know what I
important to
mean?
me
As
personally.
long as they don't
It
know,
brings a whole new
they're you in the
fighting style
clear.
into the game. The player can stagger an enemy and use them to perform
Imagine
further
Prem with
attacks, for
waves.
example, by
Oh, back in the
rebounding
day,
from their
everyone
bodies,
did waves. I
jumping
had waves at
them
some
onto
point.
other foes, and so on.
I haven't used a brush in years though. Like I've had an afro since 2013. Like I forgot what a brush feels like on my hair.
Wait for them to try it out and tell
The only brush I've used is like, well, the
It's
tooth
definitely
variety.
going to be useful. The city's buildings
Have I seen
are
the Spider-Man
higher
No Way
than
Home?
anything
Of
we
course,
have done
of
before,
course. Everyone's
improving
seen the
its
Spider-Man No Way
verticality.
Home trailer.
Players
But I saw the
need to
leaks,
find a
so
way to
I already
reach
saw
those tall
Tobias
skyscrapers and other
and
challenging
Andrew.
spots too.
then it's good we scattered some helpers around.
You can shield your
like
misses,
the
but you
Farm
can't
Glider,
shield your
which
one.
can support
Ah!
players in
Look.
both parkouring and combat.
Because I've been moving around a
And
lot,
it's gonna
I
do
can't really
great,
get stable with a
especially in
barber.
fights against
Like,
humans, which are more frequent and
when I was at
important
uni,
than
I had
in
one
Dying Light
barber
1.
because my uni's
It's
like
been
hours
over
away from
20
here.
years since
So I had a
the
barber
events
here,
from the
I had a
first
barber
game,
at
so
uni,
people adjusted.
I had a barber that
They
I
are
went to when I
much
went barbers
bolder
with my
now,
dad.
at least during
You know,
the
if I went
break.
barbers with my
And
brother,
they are
there was
more
different
vicious
barber we
too.
went to. Like, so I'd
And
be
I
going
think that's a
around.
great
I was
summary of
definitely a
this
barber
discussion.
slut.
Pre-order Dying Light 2 and explore its
Imagine
vast,
Prem with locks though.
complex world
Oh,
on
you know, when I
December 7th.
first got a DVD
David.
player,
Thank you.
like in like 2002, and the first DVD I got was Like Mike, Calvin Cambridge, played by Bow Wow, of course. I so wanted braids. Like, I was so gonna braid my shit.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I might still do it at
launched
some
on
point,
home
you know.
console
It's
with
not too
release
late,
on
but
Xbox Series
right now I
X
just can't be
and
bothered
S
to do all
last
that
month.
maintenance. I was so gonna get like some
Gamers
cornrows
alike
and
were
shit
blown
though.
away by how well the stunning
Barber
visuals and the
sluttyless,
depth
wow.
of the simulation translated to the console, and that's why I'm extremely honored.
It takes a
to
while a
welcome
few
the head of
times to figure out my
Microsoft
usual
Flight
cop. I always have to
Simulator,
change them.
York
Exactly,
Newton.
like
York,
it does
thank
take
you
a
for
while,
being
but
here.
like also like
Last
the
time
moving
we met was at
locations
the
thing.
Xbox
Like
Game Showcase,
my dad used to
and
live in
it's getting ready to
Switzerland,
come out on
and I was going
console.
to
How
school
did
in
that go?
Ghana, and I'd come back home to the UK during the holidays. So I was going barbers in Ghana, I was going barbers in Switzerland, I was going barbers in the UK. Then I went uni, I had to have a barber around that area. It's like you can't be stable in certain situations.
Which I think is just great validation that the translation of the simulation.
Also, you woke
to
up
the
this
console
morning, your
has
parents were
has
gone, and
really
apparently they
worked
went to
well.
Belgium for business.
Our usage
you didn't
numbers
know.
are through the roof.
You better call them.
We are
What if it was something
shattering
like kidnapping
franchise
and they just
records,
left
I can
a
tell
fake
you.
note or
There's
some
never
shit?
been
Yeah,
more
like
people playing Flight
clarify
Simulator
that
right
shit. You
now.
know what I mean?
It's an awesome time.
That is awesome. Congratulations on the launch, really.
Once they figure out, I end up moving. Oh my god, like Chalmix, like literally, I was in uni. I started uni 2013. I graduated 2017. I could not find a black barber for the life of me in that area. That area was very white. So I just didn't cut my hair there. Only when I went home for like the holidays would I cut my hair. So it would get really messy. Then one time I was at Asda. That's the supermarket for you. Well, I don't. Did they have Asda in America? It's a supermarket. I was in Asda. My hair was looking ratchet as fuck, and I was at the cashier point, like when you're like loading your shit up to the conveyor belt to pay for it, and then a guy like two of the conveyor belts down just looks at me and gives me his card. He shows up and he's like, "Yo, I'm a barber, like, you know, get this shit sorted out." I was like, he was a black dude. So I was like, okay, it's a black barber? So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll check this guy out. I go there like a few days later or something, and he's a big mouth. Big mouth dude, always talk about some random shit, but, you know, it was a black barber. Dude spent like 45 minutes on my hair, but it was fresh. And this was final year of uni, so I hadn't found a black barber the whole way through uni. And then final year uni, I find this guy, and I'm like, this guy is so good, but he lives 2 hours away from like my regular home, away from my uni. So when I graduate, I can't go all the way back there for my car. It's 2 hours, and it was so annoying that I finally found like arguably the best barber I had, and then I had to leave the area. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Spread them throughout the
That area was all white pro toys.
and
Don't turn that into something else, Bradley. Oh my god.
Stuttgart in Germany and Klagenfurt in Austria and St. Gallen in Switzerland.
Americans are missing out on Tesco and Asda.
and what
I mean,
it
they're
ties all together
supermarkets.
is-
There's nothing
is mission.
special
We have
about
new,
them. You know,
Discovery flights,
they
we have
just,
new,
you know, get regular
landing
groceries
zones,
from them.
and we have new,
I'd argue they are missing certain things though.
tours
Like
of the
obviously
country, so
Americans
they-
have
they
different
fly you around
sweets,
all the
you know,
awesome-looking places and really
different
celebrate the beauty of this
cereals.
region of
Check
ours.
out the cereal tier
And
list video.
This is a celebration of DACH, of
Ugh.
Germany and Switzerland. I'm so happy to
I
be
love
able
how
to
Prem
announce
is
the
ignoring the
date
event
here
to
at
discuss
Gamescom.
more. Okay, I mean, Flight Simulator, I haven't played that in like
That is really
literally
incredible.
like
all the different
decades.
regions and everything
I
that
must
you
have played it
in the
once
game
as a
and
kid or
the
something.
way that you're gonna be able to actually highlight those.
Yeah, I think it's
Tesco
really cool,
barbers
but,
are
you know,
AIDS?
for us, it's
Wait,
actually
there's
not just
Tesco
the region and the
barbers?
visuals.
Man, I don't know how you guys be cutting your
we
hair in
talked a lot when you-
some
when you
generic
study
ass places like
aviation,
that.
you love aviation
Tesco
like
bar,
we do.
fresh cut, boy. Where'd you
You
get that
realize
shit from?
that a lot
Oh,
of regions of
Tesco
course have
barbers.
very
You know,
special
they did me nice.
relationships with
Buy one
flying,
get one
with
free. You know, like
aviation. Sometimes it's, you know, the first experiments.
Can't
with
do that
Ezra,
shit.
Or a famous pilot, or a feat of aviation, or like a local manufacturer. So we thought to ourselves, why do we not use these world updates to celebrate the planes? So we are announcing a new series. We call them Local Legends. And think about that as planes that are locally well known, like in that region, but outside in the world not so much. And but
Did
why not
Microsoft
use the
showing
world
you Jet
updates
Set
to
Radio?
highlight it, to bring these awesome machines to a
Man,
worldwide
I
audience?
doubt Jet Set Radio
So for
coming
World
back
Update
anytime
6,
soon,
we
like
picked
properly.
a German plane from the 1930s. It's called Junkers U-52.
I don't even think
In
Tesco
Germany,
Barber's a
it's
real thing.
actually
That's got to be a troll.
lovingly named Tante U, so Aunt U. And we think of us as sort of a digital preservation. So we really want to get these planes to an extreme level of detail. We're going out of our way to really go deep.
I don't
so
know.
We're doing a full scan.
Professional
We take
barbershop
full
in
scans of the
Tesco,
outside
Darrington.
and the inside, as detailed as
So it's
1
a barber
millimeter,
inside
which is
Tesco?
as good as you can.
I mean, if it's just a barber that happens to be placed inside Tesco, I mean, that's different from being branded Tesco Barbers, you know?
Creator of the plane, Hugo Junkers, and he's helping us. He had a ton of inside and materials. Then we work
Well,
with an
not Tesco, it's a
organization
shopping
that is
centre,
preserving
but
one of the
it has
last surviving
Tesco. If I
examples
say
of
the name of the
Junkers.
shopping centre,
So
you're
they
doxxed.
let us scan
Huh.
and photograph.
I know that
And
feeling.
then we were lucky
I'm
that
being
we
careful to
find
not even
a
mention shit
pilot
right now.
that actually flew one of those planes while it was still flying.
You
in
just
the
be
real
talking,
world.
next thing
And
you know,
he
you've
gets-
just
he
like
lets us
giving
know,
away
like,
your
is the
area.
cockpit right and the sounds right? Does it feel
Ugh.
right in the air? So we're having a blast working with these experts to really bring these, to celebrate this plane, to bring them back to life.
So
Did he say
it's almost
Xbox?
like
Did
you're
he say he was
creating
excited
like
to be
a
working with these
digital museum
Xbox?
for aviation
I
inside
thought that was like
Microsoft
Fan
Flight
Wars
Simulator.
type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that. It's a museum with flyable planes. So we're working with 40 museums around the world. And it's honestly one of the funnest parts of the job. You end up
Ballsy move to
working with
open this
these
big
curators
Xbox
of
event with a
planes.
20
These are
minute
their
interview on
babies.
Flight Simulator.
And they sort of see the
I mean,
truth of
I don't really
time
know
in the
what
real
people's
world,
thoughts are on
snagging
Flight
on
Simulator.
their
Like, is it
remaining
hype for
planes.
other
They're so
people? Because
happy
I don't
when we
really
come
know.
in with our
You
scanning
know?
equipment.
It's
And we're
just-
basically capturing their planes.
I don't know.
They
It
that we
looks
can
visually
easily
nice, but I've
preserve
never
them
been
in
like, oh my
perpetuity.
god, I need to get
And we're
this
actually
now, kind
giving
of
those
thing.
scans back to the museum so they can
You
do
tweeted
something
your
with it. So
address
and
once?
it's a great
Oh.
collaboration. And we're actually not
That's
just
tough.
looking back in the history of aviation, we're also looking towards the
Am I
future.
hyped for
So
Spider-Man
another
No Way Home?
announcement,
Of
we are
course.
working with a fascinating
Tobias
German company called
Maguire.
Helicopter.
Like,
And
that
they're
shit's gonna be
making
lit. Probably be the
an
best MCU
eVTOL
Spider-Man movie.
air
I mean,
taxi for
not
urban
that there's
travel.
much competition. I
So
mean, the first one
they
was
have a vision
decent.
of the future,
Second
how,
one was.
how these drone type machines.
So yeah,
basically
this will probably be the
connect
best
people
of
in
the
large
MCU
cities.
movies.
We're working directly with the engineering team to make sure that we are capturing their plane and their aircraft perfectly in the flight simulator, and that's coming out in November.
I mean, you weren't kidding when you're saying that there's a lot going on inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is there
Tom
anything
Holland
else
is
you
the
wanna
Spider
share?
Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
we
one
got
more
we got
thing.
two Spider-Men,
I'm
Toby
so
and
happy to
Andrew, and we
announce
got
that we've partnered with
Spider Boy
RAVA.
with
That's
his
the Reno
stock
Air
tech,
Racing Association, and they every
ready
year they
to
put on something
fight
called
alongside.
the Steel
According to
National
Gamer Guide, though, apparently
Championship
Toby and
Air
Andrew
Race.
aren't going to
And
get
we're
as
bringing
much
this to
screen
Flight
time as
Simulator.
we'd
So
like,
it's-
though.
this
So,
is the
I mean, the fact that they went in the
fastest
whole
motorsport
trailer
just
kind
right
of
down the alley.
is
It's the fastest
driving that point
motorsport on
home.
Earth. And I
They might
actually
show
brought
off
you
for,
a
I don't
little-
know.
a little
If
trailer
it's
to
only
it.
like 10 minutes
So,
of them, it's going to be a bit annoying.
Speed.
You know, if
We're
the
going
movie's
to
going
the
to be like a
danger
few
zone,
hours,
baby.
I want to
Let's
see
go
at
ahead and show
least
that.
30 minutes of Toby and Andrew on the screen. Captured in real time for what's the point of putting that there when the premiere is in 1080p? I hate when they do that shit. Like, don't tell me it's captured in 4K when the stream is in 1080p. Toby and Andrew barely being at third. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. So I don't want to get my hopes high up and then they're barely there, kind of thing. I mean, I'll probably still go to the cinema to see it. You know, the cinema will get me once this year. Once! Have I gone this year before that? I'm trying to think. What else has come out? What movies have come out this year? I'm trying to remember if I actually went cinema this year.
You know I like going fast, and you know I love being in the danger zone. When is this coming out?
Man, these planes, they
Let's hope
fly
no one in
500
chat
miles
rules or
faster than
Kanye starts
500
leaking
miles an
my
hour,
address.
50 to 200
Yeah, I mean, I haven't
feet
been
above the
doxxed
ground.
yet.
So
but
you are definitely going to be in the
no
danger
doubt if I
zone.
get big enough,
without
someone
going into too
will
much
figure
detail,
out a way to
this
dox me.
Reno Air Race is actually the largest expansion.
Black
we
Widow.
have
That came
since
out on
we
streaming,
launched
so
on
of course I
Flight
didn't go cinema
It's
for
not
that.
just because we scanned all the famous race planes of the world. There's lots of them. This is
To
also
be
the
honest,
first
Fire
time
with
that you
Toby
can
and Andrew
basically race
getting less
against your friends
scene
and
time.
pilots
You're
across
interested in
the
how
planet.
Tom is going to fix
And
how
so,
Mysterio exposes identity.
competitive multiplayer is
Well, we
coming
saw it in
to
the trailer,
Microsoft
right?
Flight Simulator.
Doctor
And
Strange
that will
did the
definitely test
spell,
your
innit?
pilot skills. And you asked when is it coming out? This is coming out this fall, so
What's
it's
your
right around the
address?
corner.
You won't. I
Oh,
won't.
that is fantastic. And you know
Ugh.
I have the need for speed, so I
I'll
can't
give you
wait
one
to
line
get
of my
hands on
address.
this and participate in
United
some of these
Kingdom.
air races.
Awesome, man. We got
Actually, I'll
covered.
give you a second line.
Thank you.
Planet Earth.
If
So
going
you can
fast
extrapolate
on the
from
ground
that.
is more your speed, keep an eye out for extended
You were in
look
London
at
last
Forza
week looking for
Horizon
Prem?
5 later
Well, I
on
never
in
leave the
stream.
house, so
We'll
you
also
wouldn't have
talk
seen
with
me.
Wasteland 3's game director about the game's next big DLC. But first, first. if you're an Xbox Game
There's a
Pass
part 2 of
subscriber,
this.
we have some great.
Yeah, this
news
is
for
definitely
you.
one of those, like, I forgot which event it was, but one of those, like, gaming events where it's like, reveal something for like 30 seconds and then spend like 20 minutes yapping about it. Oh, this definitely sounds like it's gonna be some copyright music. Is living in London really that expensive? All I'll say is this, alright? I've been to Tesco, Asda, the standard supermarkets in different areas, and they charge different amounts for the same exact things. Just because if you're in London, it should cost more. Like, I'm talking even a bar of Twix will cost less in a non-London area than in a London area. It's that peak. Like, it's no joke. Milky Way galaxy, literally. What's the name of our solar system? They've named that shit, right? I've forgotten the name of it. Yeah, that's part of my docs. What's our solar system name? I've forgotten. I've forgotten all my school shit now. The name of the solar system we're in is called the solar system. Wait, what? Oh, wow, okay. Do I live on 221 Baker Street? No, I don't. Just list every single address in the country. Like, do you live here? Do you live here? Until eventually you catch me out. The Sherlock Holmes Museum? Wow. Wow. I don't follow Sherlock like that. Do I live in Cecil? Oh my god, okay.
Yep, somehow they did it. They added even more games to Game Pass. Let's talk about what's coming up. We're talking.
Oh yeah, I still got my 1 free month of Game Pass that I got for buying those Xbox donuts. I haven't activated it yet because I was looking at the list of games on Game Pass and I wasn't too enticed. So I was like, there's no point activating it now, but they said I have to activate it by like December or some shit. Ooh, holy PS3 graphics. I probably didn't see any platformers in the Game Pass and said no. I've got plenty of favorite games that are not platformers. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, Burnout Paradise. Those are all not platformers. I guess you could argue Prince of Persia is somewhat a platform, but even then, it feels more like a parkour game than a platformer. Is the Switch more powerful than a PS3? I would say yes. I would say yes. I was looking at, I think it was Crysis 3 remastered for the Switch. Digital Foundry did a video comparing it to the PS3 version. And the PS3 version was aiming for 30 FPS, but was running in the 20s. Same with the 360, running in the 20s. But the Switch version was running at a solid 30 FPS. So, you know, I mean, they could have lowered the graphics, but it seemed like the Switch version was running better than the PS3 version. So, unless they just got better at optimizing, or the PS3 was just poorly optimized, I would argue that, yeah, the Switch is above PS3 in power.
So, you know, so far we've been showing
Isn't 82 technically a platform? Bradley, have you played platformers before? How is 82 a platformer? Literally, you hold two buttons, high profile and like run, and it just runs through everything for you. It climbs the buildings, it jumps across the blocks. You don't actually do the platforming yourself. You know, it's just a part of the movement. It's not really a platformer.
Go with it. Let's hear more.
Like, you literally just move the analog in any direction and it'll climb or jump off buildings for you.
What we brought today is we have these wonderful little videos that we've created that are interspersed amongst the campaign. And they're
Yo, what's up, Matthew?
5 minutes each. And,
you played Burnout Paradise so much back in the day.
total.
I've played Burnout Paradise so many times, like, I never thought I'd get tired of that game, but I think I've gotten to the point where I don't play it anymore. I just wanted to make another Burnout game. But yeah, I got a lot of hours in that game. Like, I literally went and got the Elite license years ago.
Yes.
I played it on PS3, I played it on my 2010 laptop. I played it on my newer PC, not this one, but the previous one.
Units from Age of Empires franchise and a fan favorite, the Trebuchet.
Excellent. Well, this I gotta see. Let's take a look.
A
A platformer involves like actually having to manually jump from platform to platform, though. You know, Assassin's Creed is not that, because it does the jumping for you. Like, you can't have a platformer that doesn't have its own proper jumper. I mean, technically, you can jump in AC2 if you, I think, if you stand still and hold the high profile button, you can jump if you're standing still. But you can't usually manually jump. It's just, you just move and it does everything for you.
By the 13th century, trebuchets had evolved into devastatingly powerful weapons.
What the fuck is this?
Simple design, but so effective.
It has several key features.
What incarnation is this?
A pivoted arm with a weight at one end.
Is that the Arsenal logo?
And a sling to hold the projectile at the other.
I don't even remember what the Arsenal logo looks like. It looks like, is it a cannonball or some shit?
Using tread wheels.
So this is one of the wheels.
The Super Monkey Ball counts as a platformer. Not the OG ones, because they didn't have a jump. They didn't have a jump, so it's not platforming in the same way. But the later games did add a jump, so you could argue they count as platformers.
About launching a projectile as far as possible is making sure that this end of the arm is moving as fast as possible. So once that weight drops, it really sends this point of the arm moving at its highest velocity.
This was done by positioning the pivot close to the counterweight.
Medieval
and
Olympic
by launching
Games.
the projectile from a sling.
Well, it starts with
When
mid,
released,
so I
the
agree.
sling whips round,
Epic
vastly
haircut.
increasing the launch speed.
Thank you. Ugh.
Trebuchets were carefully aimed.
I might grow the
like
afro
modern
back if I'm
guns.
too lazy to go to the barbers again.
In order to
Or just
weaken
don't want to spend the
castle
money.
walls or even breach them,
But I'll
you had
cut
to
it
make
again
sure
at
that
some
the
point.
projectiles hit the same spot every single time.
For each projectile to follow the same trajectory, they all had to be the same weight and shape.
Are they crafting some? What are they
To
doing?
achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Xbox is called Gamescom. Games.
This projectile into
Where are the
sling.
games?
This
I
one
guess they
must
didn't call
weigh
it
about
Video
25
Gamescom. I guess it's
kilograms, but
technically some kind of
projectiles can
game
get up to
from the
150
1500s or
kilograms.
some
That's
shit.
the weight of 2 men.
Trebuchets were also used to throw burning
So basically
tar,
the switches between PS3 and
beehives,
PS4 in terms of
even
power.
dead bodies.
And PS3.5.
Anything to cause maximum distress to the enemy.
Probably closer to a base PS4. Not actually a base PS4, but yeah, like the Switch is basically, because remember the Wii U is more powerful than.
That made it the ultimate
No,
medieval
it's a Wii
siege
U more
weapon.
powerful than PS3. It came out well after. I think a Wii U is more powerful than a PS3. I have to check that, which means the Switch would be even more powerful than that.
You know I'm gonna say trebuchet. Don't care, because that is awesome and remarkably unique, something you don't see in games very often.
Yeah, so, you know, one of the things when we were looking
When
at
am I
what
gonna
we're
stream
do with Age of
PREMulous?
Empires 4,
I mean, it's on the
there's
list,
a phrase
but
I'm really
who
fond
knows?
of, which is history is only as interesting as the people who taught it to you. And you could say that about any subject, really, right?
Is
But
this history
I think
class?
the great thing is,
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're
they're
so
definitely
enthusiastic,
wasting
passionate about
precious
history, it really
gameplay
comes
time.
across. And we wanted to be that kind of teacher for history. And there's a phrase called humanized history that I use to kind of describe what we tried to do, which is we tried to like connect past and present. And you can see that
PS3 is more powerful
kind of in
than
our
Wii.
briefings as well.
I guess
where
I
we've
could
got, like,
see
real
it. I
stuff
mean,
with like CG kind of overlaid to show you
Goat
the history.
Eternal Stream
And
win.
so for these,
remember I
we really
bought the
wanted to
game
do
and then
that
they
same
added the
thing.
shitty
So we
DRM, so I refunded the
ourselves
game.
and Relic
And then they
partnered with
removed the
this
shitty
amazing group in
DRM.
the
But I
UK
haven't rebought the
called
game
Lion
since then.
TV, and they've done production on an amazing amount of shows and documentaries for the
Prem
BBC,
streams
and
infamous.
won
We're gonna
every
see how
award you can
evil or
imagine
good
for
Prem rate
media.
is.
And
Why is
they
that? The
travel
game
to
got
all
like
of
a
these
choose your own
locations and all these
path
different
kind of thing.
countries to meet with these subject matter experts and get all of this great footage on how things really worked and how things were made. And it's been delightful to kind of go through that process and, you know, get all these
Xbox, a lot of
showing
yapping.
them everyone.
I love it. Now, you also, of course, you've got
Will
a bunch, as you
Gamescom be
mentioned,
good
of these
tomorrow?
hands-on
Well, tomorrow's the main
events.
event, and
Anything
they said
else
it's going to
that
be
you can
2
tell us
hours
about
long.
what we can
And they
expect, look
promised.
forward to, any
In fact, where's the tweet? I need to show you guys the
well,
tweet
favorites.
because
Oh, man.
the tweet.
Well,
There's gonna be. It's gonna be
my
better than
personal
today.
favorite is
You know,
one
I'm
from
not gonna
the
sit here and promise that'll be
and,
lit, and then
I'll
when
let
it's
your
not lit, people
imagination
get on my
go with
case.
what we might
But
show
I'll
and what
promise
we
you
might
that
talk
tomorrow's
about
event will be
one.
better than this.
But the thing I love about
That
it
much
is
I
that
can
they,
promise.
they go all over the place.
But let me
So,
actually-
we've got ones on warfare.
let me
and
try and
castle
find this
building
tweet.
And, like, how they kept
it
flaming
kinda
arrows
highlights-
from not going out when she shot them, and
It kind of highlights what I was saying.
but we've also got all of these ones on, you know, like illuminated history and
It was a Jeff Keighley tweet
hawk
where he was
falconing
talking about
and you know, like horse taming, armor creation, and
here
there's
we go.
even one on Mongolian instrumentation, which is really cool because those
Okay.
instruments, we actually use them in the soundtrack
This is the tweet.
for the Mongols when you're playing as them in the campaign in the game.
I mean,
put that there.
I just love the behemoth amount of history that you guys.
Yeah.
Age of Empires always known for bringing history.
They
alive
said they're
in
gonna
a
talk
completely
about
different
COD,
way, and
Death
I
Stranding,
also
Far
love
Cry,
to mention
Genshin
this to
Impact,
people that
Lego
you
Star
and
Wars,
the team
Saints
do
Row.
so much research.
They
It's
also
so
mentioned
great to see
Banana
these
Mania
folks being
was
used,
gonna have a
and it
character
ends up
reveal
just being
there.
a segment. But I mean, what was that approach like to sort of?
What else
you know,
did they say?
sell going
Nickelodeon
forward,
All Stars
especially
Brawl was
since
gonna have
it's
some
a
kind of
such a
reveal there as
huge
well,
game
which is
experience.
Nickelodeon's
The cool thing was it was there from
Smash
day
Bros
one. It was one
game
of the
that's
things
coming
I
out.
really
So
wanted
there's
to
gonna
do,
be
is
some
try to
shit there.
tell these stories in a
So-
different way. But I'll tell you, like,
Yo, what's up,
it's
Jaden?
insanely nerve-wracking because we're trying something completely different that no one's ever done before.
How was the
in a
No Way
game,
Home
right?
trailer?
We're
Pretty good.
We're a game.
We'll
We're
talk about it
doing things,
before.
but you're having fun and
Still waiting for them
finding
to
that middle
officially
ground is
show
really
Toby and
challenging.
Andrew, but
And,
at least
you know,
we've
I've-
seen
every
them in the
time we've
leaks.
tried to show- we've
It's
shown
kind of
that
crazy though
game,
how
we've shown
leaks
Ken
can
and
like,
mysteries, I've been like,
I wouldn't
oh,
say
is
ruin the
this-
hype, but
it's gonna
ruin the
work?
surprise
Like,
because
people gonna
like,
like this?
imagine we had
And
no
so far,
idea
everyone
that
that's really
Toby and Andrew were
experienced
gonna
the
be in
entire
it,
thing put together,
and then they
have just
did
been
like a
wow,
second
this is
trailer,
great, and it's so
and we just saw
different, and
Toby and
cool and
Andrew, and it was like,
refreshing.
what
So,
the
whew,
fuck? Like,
so far, so
that shit
good,
would have been
right?
insane.
But yeah, it's
But
been,
because
it's been a journey.
it's
to
a leak
get all this
era,
done and put the whole game
you
together.
can't have those kind of
Well, I love that
surprises
you mentioned
anymore.
Journey
Like
because we are
everything
coming
just gets
towards
revealed.
the end of this development journey for Age
Here's
4.
hoping that Nick All-Stars
Talk to me
kills
about where
Smash
people
like a
can
quick
find
one.
and learn more
I
about
want it
Age
to
of
succeed
Empires
just
4. I know they're
because
all
I want to
dropping
see it
at the
get
same
really
time.
big. I want to see a huge
October
roster.
28th,
Plus, it's on
we
PC, so
are
if it
launching the
succeeds,
game.
it's more
You can
convenient.
go to
If I get a Steam Deck, I can
ageofempires.com
play it
to
on
learn
that.
more about
Not
the
that I'm like
title,
a
and if
big
you're really
fighting game
excited,
dude,
right now,
because
you can
I've
go
always
to
been
the
too lazy to
Microsoft
like
Store
master
or
those
Steam,
games, but
pre-order the game
it could be
right
cool.
now. And of course, we will be there day one, Xbox Game Pass for PC as well. So anyone
Oh, yeah,
on
I'm
that
full
can just
screen this
grab the
thing.
game and start playing. But
Yes, I believe you are a part of something
But-
very special.
yes, so Gamescom.
How many games have they shown? Like 2 games?
11
They
a.m.
showed Age of
Pacific
Empires,
time. There
and they
might
showed
be
Flight
Age of
Simulator, right?
Empires related in
They've
there,
been
so
yapping for
yeah,
quite
you know,
some time.
they should tune in.
A bit of a tease.
Imagine
for
No
Mr.
Way Home in the
Ice Cream,
2000s.
and I like it
Yeah,
very
like
much.
before
Adam, thank you
social
so much
media,
for
like
joining us
leaks
here.
couldn't
Pleasure,
get,
Kate.
you
Always a
know,
pleasure. Age
because
of
right now
Empires
some
4
random
is
employee
fantastic,
can
so
leak
I
the
cannot
shit.
wait
Oh yeah, he'll
until
get
the
fired, but it's
Neo
too late.
Review.
The shit's
Now, we
on
have tons
TikTok.
coming up
Then someone
here
filmed it
today,
on TikTok
including
and put it on
new
Twitter.
updates
Then
to
they
Phase
took
2
that
and
video,
the
then put that on YouTube. It's
Forza
too
Horizon
late.
5 with our
Everyone's gonna
friends at
see it.
Playground Games, but
You know?
now, let's
But
catch up with Paris,
in the
who's gone flying the
2000s,
skies in Microsoft
if someone
Flight
tries to
Sim.
leak it, where are they gonna go? To the press? We got a trailer leak.
That's right, Kate.
The
Xbox
movie
Cloud Gaming
company's
is
just gonna
already
pay the press to
available
not
on
show it or
Windows
some shit like
PCs,
that,
mobile
and
phones,
then that'll be it.
tablets. And now it's coming to Xbox consoles.
It's the third
future
game thing.
with cloud
Oh.
gaming sounds bright.
Oh yeah, I think that was
Waiting to
Dying Light or
install,
something like
no
that.
running out of hard
The
drive
parkour
space,
thing.
no waiting to patch, and no buying a new console just to play with your friends. See how
Yo,
the
she
vision of
kinda
cloud
thick,
gaming
wow.
will bring people together.
Looking at the
without
eye
barriers.
candy already. Ugh.
So when I think about cloud and when I think about gaming, those two things together to me
Oh,
really
Celeste.
show you the future.
I mean,
where
that's
you
not
can
really a
pick up
game reveal.
something
What is
and You
this?
could play it anywhere, and you could do it quickly.
Oh, they're promoting their cloud game and shit. Did you know Electro was in the trailer? Wasn't that in the leak? Was he in the trailer? Man.
Cloud gaming is phenomenal. That's pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
This actually looks so good.
A new way to
Games
play.
are large and you want to keep the ones that you know you love on your hard drive. Xbox Cloud Gaming is about being able to discover the new ones right away. It's super exciting that for our Game Pass Ultimate members, they will
Celeste
get to
is-
experience Xbox Cloud Gaming on
I mean,
whatever
Celeste
console
is
they
such a cheap. I don't know. Like,
is really about
I wouldn't
looking
get
at
Game
how
Pass to play
people play
cheapo games. No
differently.
offense, Celeste is a great game.
me
I've
in
played it.
particular,
But like,
sometimes
I
just
thought
have
you'd
20
get it
minutes.
to like circumvent paying
It
$60,
should be
$70
as
for
easy
brand
as
new shit.
finding the game that you look for on your console and just jumping right in.
We're targeting
Dark Oak, Green
1080p
Goblin,
at
Electro
60
Salmon,
frames
Lizard
per
Orc.
second.
Are you talking about the official trailer or the leak trailer?
This is the kind of stuff you need with cloud gaming.
Oh, 60 frames? That's actually very smooth. smooth.
Doom
The
Eternal's on Game
process
Pass.
itself to get into Xbox
Oh, is
gaming
it?
feels like you're
How much
playing
does Doom
console,
Eternal
right?
cost?
You go, you find the game
right
you want,
now?
you press play.
It's so easy nowadays. You can pick up any.
I watched the
device
trailer
and
in
pretty
bed,
much
like
play
dead
any
ass. Like I
Xbox
might have to
game on Game
rewatch it
Pass.
actually. Save 75% on
If
Doom
my
Eternal
friends
on
have
Steam.
titles that I don't have yet, I can just wait for them to send me an invite. It makes content
there's a
just so
discount
much
right
more
now?
accessible.
$15.99.
I
Wait,
really
no,
love
that's
the
not it.
flexibility. It's
The
awesome.
Ancient Gods. Where's
Everything
the
that
base
Xbox
game?
is doing right now is just
No, that's
getting
still
rid
50
of the
quid.
limits of having to be on a specific
there's no
platform
discount.
or a specific console, play on PC and mobile, and now
Ugh.
on Gen 8.
Yeah, Gen 8
The
consoles.
leak
can
trailer.
play Gen
I don't think the
9
leak trailers.
content.
I think they were different. They were cuts.
Cloud gaming,
Or then again, I
the
could
ability
barely see the
because you
leak
are
trailer, so I
connecting
don't
to
know.
consoles that
But
are
it felt
more
like that was
data
an unedited
centers to
version
allow
and they
the Gen 8
re-edited some
customers, the Xbox One
shit.
customers to play games that their hardware wouldn't have been able to play.
You're praying they don't make Electro a photo. What do you mean by a photo villain?
Thinking about how
What's
we can
that
make
mean?
content more readily available and let people play where they want to. Sign me up. I'm ready for cloud gaming right now. Let's do it. When's the release date? When does it release?
I mean, cloud gaming has its benefits. Like if you want to play something on your phone on the go, you know. But I wouldn't replace my main shit for that.
August 9th saw the release
But
of
with
the
Steam
free
Deck though,
optimized
I
update
don't
for
think I'd
Hellblade:
even
Senua's
need cloud gaming like
Sacrifice
that.
on
Honestly.
the Xbox Series S and X. With beautiful and rich visuals, thanks to the addition of ray tracing and improved materials, alongside
You tried the
performance
Z Fold
updates,
3 and it's
this is the
disappointing.
perfect
4
opportunity
megapixel front
to
camera.
relive Senua's
Well, the front
journey
camera's
or
got the
experience
under
it for the
display
first
thing.
time.
That's why it's low
And if you
megapixel.
haven't played this,
You're supposed
do
to use the
yourself
hole
a
punch
favor,
one or the
grab a
back
pair
one for
of
better
headphones
quality.
and immerse yourself
You know,
into
the front one, their
Great.
one isn't as
Speaking of
good.
unique experiences
Although
on
there's a
Game
different
Pass,
phone.
the Xbox Plays
I
team
think
will
it's a
be taking look
ZTE
at some
phone,
R&D at
and they're
Xbox
like on their
titles
second
over the next few
generation
days,
of under
including
screen cameras, and
12
theirs is way
minutes
better
and
now. So
They're
Samsung will
also
probably
talking
improve
with
theirs next
developers
year.
from Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5, and Destiny 2. So join the live Q&A to get your burning
There's
questions
way too much
answered.
going on
You can
in the
catch
movies
all
that
of
you're
those
gonna be
streams
photo.
on Twitch.tv.
Oh, you mean okay? I get what you mean because
Speaking of Forza
that's how I
Horizon
felt
5,
about
don't forget, our
fucking
friends at Playground
Infinity
Games will
War.
give us an
They were trying to
extended
cram
look
so
at
many
their monument
characters
to
in
motoring in Mexico.
that it felt like it was overloaded, and it was
That
so much in there that it
includes
was almost like there
never
was nothing
before
in
seen
there.
areas of the game
Which is why I
map,
think Endgame
plus
was better than
cars
Infinity
that
War by
have
far.
never been in the Forza
Because
franchise
Endgame like
before. I've loved
stripped it down
everything
to
I've seen of Forza
the core
Horizon 5
characters
so
and
far,
gave them
and I
way
can't
more
wait
time to
to
interact.
locate
You know, so I'll die on that hill that
Check
Endgame
out,
was
right?
better than Infinity.
Well, right,
Infinity
you
War was
are,
like,
Paris.
looky,
Let's talk
everyone's
Play
here.
3. Their newest
You know.
DLC introduces us to a new cult. The Cult of the Holy
The
Detonation.
background looks like Ben 10. Just because it's green and white and black doesn't mean it. Okay, kind of looks good like Ben 10. I'm not gonna lie. Anything you miss or just mid as usual? It's kind of mid. Yeah, it's kind of mid.
Devolved into the mutations.
I feel like Infinity War's a way better time, more rewatchable. Well, at some point I'll rewatch them and see if my opinion changes. But right now, I feel like Infinity War is like branded so incorrectly. In reality, it's a Thanos movie. If they had just named it Thanos the movie, which I guess wouldn't sell as well, but it would be way more fitting. When you call it an Avengers movie, I'm like, this isn't an Avengers movie. This is Thanos' movie. The Avengers are there, but they're not the victors in that movie. They don't have nearly as much as time because there's so many of them and so many characters compared to like Thanos. But Endgame really felt like an Avengers movie. Look, I'm not saying, look, as a Thanos film, it does a good job.
New patches,
But as an Avengers film, it's not that strong in my opinion.
Wasteland 3 just
Like,
gets better with
Endgame is an
So really
Avengers
savor
movie.
the
Infinity
games
War's a
today.
Thanos movie,
We're
right?
talking with
And obviously, if you have a
game
part one of a
director
movie on
David
its own, it's
Rogers.
gonna be
David,
hard for it to
thank you
stand
for joining us.
on its
super
own.
stoked to be
You know what I
here.
mean? Like, I watched
In
it
the trailer,
thinking
we
it's
saw
an
that the
Avengers
DLC
movie, and
is coming out
I didn't
in
get what I was
October.
coming for in that
But,
sense.
you know,
But obviously,
inside
Thanos is a great
Wasteland 3,
character.
You guys have been working on this for a very long time, so can you kind of talk about that journey?
Yeah, our dev team has been working non-stop.
Civil War's an
full tilt,
Avengers.
trying to
Yeah,
make
I can see that
Wasteland
as
3
well.
the
Civil
best
War is
version
basically an
of itself
Avengers
it
movie.
could be.
You know,
Over the past year,
I would
since
argue
release,
Civil War is
we've
more of an
added
Avengers
features,
movie than
balanced,
Infinity
listened
War.
to the community, we fixed bugs, added stability, and I really think that the version that we have now is the absolute best version.
But yeah, like, I'm not
of the
denying
game.
that Thanos
If
was
you've never played it
entertaining.
before,
Like,
that
I'm not
was
even
an
trying to
awesome
take that
time.
away. But like,
Congratulations on
as an
everything
Avengers
you've been
movie,
doing with
which is what they
Wasteland 3.
called
Now,
it,
this DLC
I don't think
is
it succeeds in
called
being
the
that.
Cult of the Holy
I think
Detonation.
it does feel
Now,
like
talk
if they had
about
just
that
called it
a
like
little bit.
Thanos the
Tell
movie,
me
then I would have felt like they
what's gonna go
achieved
into
what they
this
wanted
DLC.
to
Which
achieve,
would
because
be
that's what it
exciting?
felt like.
Right, so you've heard of Cheyenne Mountain, right?
Yes.
For those who haven't, Cheyenne Mountain is this
I keep
top
rewatching
secret
your
military
E3 video and it
complex
aged
buried
like
deep
fine
in the
wine. I
heart of
really hate
Cheyenne
these
Mountain
stupid
in the
video
middle of
showcases.
Colorado.
E3 was gonna
It's
be
designed to
yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. Like,
And
the way
so,
technology
when you hit
is, like,
level 16,
it always evolves, and then
says, hey, I need your help
certain things get
securing this secret
taken
military
away in the
base with all
process,
the
and that
secrets
whole
within.
culture
And
of
as soon
like
as you get
one
there,
big event
you
has now
find
been
two
lost.
warring cults
Because I didn't even know about this
battling
Gamescom
over
shit until like
trying to
last
take
week.
control of the whole
Apparently there was a
nation,
Gamescom,
which
and
is
Xbox got an event.
experiment that they
There's an
did
opening
about
night live. There's a future game show. So okay, fine. I
these
guess I'll
cultists
stream
are
all of
insane,
them.
they're
You know,
mutated,
I don't mind
they've gone
streaming, getting
totally
some
mad,
views. You
and,
know, but
all they want
I
to
thought
do
like
is
we were
share
done with all that
radiation
E3
with
shit. It's
you
August
and
now,
your
but okay,
entire
we're here.
Ranger team. How generous.
Yeah, that sounds a lot cooler than some of the cults I may have joined. In
I don't
the
care
past,
about the
but
creators. Just show they get wow.
This is typical
Wow.
Wasteland
They want to
fashion.
tell us
We're
their
really
life
gonna be able to
stories
get in there
though,
and
like
mix it
what
up.
they eat for breakfast
So
in the
you and your
morning. That
Ranger
will help
team
sell the
insert yourself
game. Come on.
right smack dab in the middle of their holy war, which, you know, what
You
could
found
go
out from
wrong?
me.
And
Yeah, I
this is the
mean,
way
it
it
wasn't.
is, so you decide
I don't feel like it
ethical
was
choices,
that heavily
consequences
talked
are
about.
bread
Like
and butter. And so you decide who lives, who dies, who
this
gets
pandemic
screwed
fucked
over,
up everything.
who
And it's
takes
actually.
charge. You're
I don't
deciding
think it's just the
fate of the
pandemic though. This has been happening for a while. Like, ever since Nintendo started doing directs, they were already pulling away from the E3 formula. They've Nintendo been doing it for a minute now. All the big players have been pulling away.
Giant robots and things like that. So
The only reason you came to the stream to listen to Prem. Oh, thank you.
Something like that from the last expansion.
Right. So
I've
we
heard of
wanted
Gamescom before, but
returning players to find something that they could
I didn't
never
really think they
find
did like
in
streams
another
like this.
version
I've
or, like, in
forgotten. I don't
previous
know.
versions of Wasteland 3. And so we built this as a Wasteland-style dungeon crawl. And in there you
COVID
find this awesome mix of
2022 was
mystery,
trending on Twitter yesterday.
exploration. You're meeting these crazy
My God,
cultists
like,
who have been locked in this like pre-war
I
time
don't want to
capsule.
get into all that shit,
and
man.
some of the raddest boss battles we have ever been able to build in a Wasteland game.
That's awesome. I want to get back to the crazy cultists, but talk to me about these big boss battles. I want to hear more about that.
Right. So we took the best parts
Directs are
of
nice
Wasteland
because it's
combat
basically just
and
game reveals.
breathed new
Yeah, I
life
mean, Nintendo Direct is
with
the gold
objective-based
standard
combat,
for
which are
gaming
basically
events.
super rad boss battles.
Because they always
You-
save
it's
the
no longer
yapping
you're,
and
like,
shit for
huddling
like
in
the
a
tree
corner
houses.
throwing
So
down
they
turrets
do the
just
main
going on
reveals,
murderous
and then if
rampages.
you want more,
It's
you
not
go to
about
the
killing,
tree
it's
house
about
live.
getting the job
Except
done.
when it's
So
Smash,
now,
and sometimes
combat
they
doesn't
yap
end
on a
until
lot
the
about
mission is
Smash.
over. We
But
send
even
you
that,
on
they stopped doing that
proper
as much.
combat missions. You're in there breaking into prisons, rescuing POWs. You're disrupting these
I wonder if
high-tech
anyone
cultist
actually
rituals.
cares about these kind of
You are
ones. You
splitting
show the
your
damn
fire
games with the
team
gameplay.
and coordinating
I
like
think
you've never had
if
that
you
before.
really are
Like,
invested in the
everyone on
game,
your
you
team
would
has
care
a
about
job,
the
and I
interview.
really
Like,
think this is gonna
if
be
it was a
full
game I
fighters who go
really
there,
wanted to
Ranger
see,
team like the back of their
like if
hand,
it
and
was
it's gonna make them
Assassin's
scratch
Creed
their heads
Ezio
and really
Trilogy
have to
remake,
rethink how they
I
go
would
about
sit there and I would
combat
watch the
and making it
fucking
new,
interviews,
exciting,
like,
and
and I'd be like
challenging,
fully
you know, like,
engaged. Like, I'm not even gonna
mentally in a
lie.
way we haven't been
But
able
when
to
you're
really do before
looking
we
at a
just
game, you're like,
straight up
I'm not getting this. Then you have to hear
Wasteland
10 minutes
has a
of them yapping on top and say,
reputation
oh,
for
fuck's sake.
Right.
What are some of the weird characters we can expect in some of the story encounters we'll see?
They definitely don't go much to show,
Yeah,
so they're
with
dragging
this-
it out.
with Cult of the
Yeah, it
Void, I
feels
think
like
we
if the
really
event's
got
not
to
at least
cut
like
our
45
devs
minutes
loose,
to
let them be
60 minutes,
creative
then
and
it's
fun
too
and
short,
silly.
right?
And
So they have to like
Modus
talk through it to
operandi
fill it up.
Is if we're like brainstorming and something makes us laugh, we just
Xbox has
put it
pretty
in the
much
game.
always
just
sucked.
how
That's
we
not
do it. We
true.
pick up the pieces afterwards.
360
'Cause we
era
know if something
Xbox was
entertains
goated
us,
as
and then
fuck.
we know if we're
Like
having
they
fun,
actually had
our fans are gonna have
exclusives and
fun
shit like
along with
that.
us. And so
And
we got
Connect
to
wasn't
explore,
wasn't
like, really
perfect, but it
letting
was a
you
nice
get
cool
deep
thing to
into
have.
this, like, weird
I think
radiation
360
cult.
Xbox was their.
And
I made a
interact with
video
them and
about
talk
this.
with them, and tell stories. and,
Where's
like,
the
maybe
video?
join
Let
them.
me see if I can find it.
And so, like, for instance, one of the characters you meet, one of the first cultists you meet, is this
Definitely had a
slathering
video
beast.
about
He's got,
this
like,
shit,
claws and fangs and spikes jutting out. And he's drooling, but he's like the nicest guy in Cheyenne Mountain. Like, you meet him and he's like, "Hey guys, you should, like, come
this
in here
video.
and, like, soak up some of these rads. It'll be great." And he Sherpas you in.
Why
and lets you meet the
360
whole cult. And, like,
1/7
another one of my
generation?
favorites is the Proteus.
Yeah, that
He's
video.
What you get
I
if,
might just link that in the
if you
chat,
took
actually.
like 20 cultists and you like
It was
melted
actually a
them into
clip
big
from a stream. This
pile.
before I had
Kinda
my
like I would
clips
do this
channel.
with like a magnifying glass. I would like melt like army guys and like GI Joes into a big pile. And he's wet and sloppy and gross and he's hard to understand and he needs a translator supposedly.
What?
But he's like
360
your
had
number one fan.
exclusives. Don't
And
go
you get to
there.
build, like,
They had
this
Gears of
totally
War.
out there wild extreme character.
They had
It's a ton of fun to
exclusives.
write for. It's a ton of fun to like
me Google
explore
right
like
now.
what makes this cult tick. And he's an
That was like the
absolute
one
blast.
time
Now,
they had
look at some of the
exclusives.
weapons that you find behind.
And Halo was
Cheyenne
still
Mountain.
popping off.
They're devolved cultists.
Like,
there's
they
one
had
guy,
exclusives
and
on
he
360.
Kind of devolved into this like
At least
vomiting
more than their
backpack
other
creature, and he has
generations. The
this
original
real,
Xbox didn't have that many exclusives.
vibe about him.
Xbox One
But
definitely
we
didn't
get
have
to play with these fun
exclusives.
body horror themes that let us jackknife between sort of like dark and serious and like goofy and funny, which is a line that Wasteland really loves to ride.
Games
like,
are just
you
too
know,
expensive.
a
That's
lot
just
of
why
really
Xbox is
important
not that
stuff
good
is at
anymore. I
stake,
mean, I
but,
don't
you
get
know,
that. I
it's
mean,
the Wasteland's a
games
pretty
are
rough
expensive
way.
everywhere though, like on
can
all the
imagine.
platforms.
Now,
So
we talked before.
why
You've
would
been
that be an
working on Wasteland 3
Xbox
for a
con?
while. There's already expansions that are out there. But say I'm a new player. Say I'm watching this right now and I'm like, man, I want to get into Wasteland 3. What would you suggest for new players?
PS3 had Infamous 1 and 2,
And like
and
I
they
said
were
at the top, like
PS3.
Wasteland is, like, the best version of itself
You just
right
gotta
now,
watch
because
the
of
video,
all the
man.
work
Watch
he's
the
put into
video.
it. into it over the past
PS3
year. And
lost
so you
their
can get the
dominance.
whole
Like,
thing
remember
in the
that.
Colorado
I don't want to
collection.
just resay
That's
the
base
video,
game plus,
but
Cult of the Whole
PS1
Dead
sold
Nation,
over 100
Battle
million
Town,
units.
all for a
PS2
discount.
sold well
Or
over 100
if you
million
have Game
units.
Pass, you
PS4
already
sold
have
well over
Wasteland
100
3.
million
Just
units.
download it and play it.
PS5
And
will
then you
likely
can get
do 100 million
both
units.
expansions with
The
the
only one that couldn't do it was
awesome.
PS3.
Now, to kind of recap
Why?
this a little bit, we
Because
talked
they got
about,
cocky and
you know,
complacent,
spewing
and
cuss
they allowed
tags and these weird
Nintendo
characters and
to
the
dominate
cults
with the
and
Wii,
boss battles
and then
all these
Xbox
really
to
cool
fill in
things that are gonna
whatever
be in Wasteland
room was
3.
left for actual
But
powerful
please
hardware.
remind everyone before we get
Like,
outta
the
here,
fact that they allowed
when
Xbox
can
to
you
sell
pick up
basically the
this
same amount as,
Right, this
as
worker package
PlayStation,
comes out on October
that's an L for Sony,
6th.
because they were
That is
150
awesome.
mil on
So this is
PS2.
the cult
I'm just
Holy
resaying the
Dead
video at this
of the
point.
Holy Dead
That Nation.
That's
coming
why they
October
lost.
5th. David,
I actually
thank you
had a
for joining us.
PS3. Like, I used PS3 more than 360. Like, I'm
In
not
the
even
3
saying
years
that
since its launch,
that I
Sea of
liked the
Thieves
360
has played
more
hosts
in that
to some
sense.
incredible
But they
crossovers,
won because they
including unique
removed,
chipsets
alongside
inspired by
Nintendo, they
games like
removed that
Battletoads,
dominance
State of
that Sony
Decay,
had for one
Halo,
generation.
and more. Today, we're excited
And
to
since then, they
announce
haven't been able to
a
get that
brand
back
new
because, I mean,
special event
generation after that,
that will
Sony was
reward
here with the
players in
PS4,
all new
and then
ships
down there was
as
like
a part
Xbox
of
One
the
and Wii U.
latest wild crossover
They just fucked up.
heading to Sea of
Now,
Thieves.
Xbox is,
Better
I guess,
yet,
doing okay.
this
Not
event
great, but
begins
okay.
tomorrow.
And then
So get
Switch is
ready
doing
to
amazingly
make some
well. So
mayhem, and
I don't know
let's
if we
get
should
our
compare
first
Switch to
look at
PS4
this
or do we
very
compare it to
special
PS5. But Switch is still selling like crazy right now. Is it over? I don't know. Did they say it was over? I wasn't paying attention. I don't think it's over. Borderlands. Ship set inspired. Oh, the game is called Mayhem.
Guten Tag, everyone. Really cool to be a part of this all-digital
Oh, Sea of
Gamescom
Thieves.
event. And we were thinking,
I've
what's
heard
the
of that.
best way to kind of celebrate Gamescom and to be a part of this as Sea of
You
Thieves?
only used the Wii
and
to
so
play
we're
Smash.
really excited to reveal.
You mean you
that
didn't play
we're bringing
Mario
the
Kart,
Mayhem ship
Splatoon,
set
Mario
to Sea,
Maker?
a really, really cool ship
Oh,
that's
the
inspired
interview.
by Borderlands into Sea of Thieves, and we're giving all of our players a chance
Unpopular
to learn
opinion,
it
the
during
Wii
kind of the
consoles suck.
Gamescom time period.
I
So
didn't
it's
really
been
play
really
Wii like
cool to
that.
work
Like, I mean,
with
obviously I
Borderlands
played
team
Wii
to
Sports like
bring
at a
this
friend's
ship to
house at
life.
one point,
We're
but
giving
I didn't
all of our
play
players the
Wii
chance
like
to earn
that.
it as part of this live event. Cunningly titled Mayhem. You
I
might
wouldn't
know
say
this
it
something. So you
sucked,
can
but
probably
it
guess
was not
the
like
kind
my
of
favorite
activities
console
that are
by
involved,
far
but
or
if
anything
you
like
head
that.
to Lorena or any of the outposts in the Sea of Thieves world, she'll be able to fill you in on the details of what you need to go do to earn the ship.
Ugh.
So we hope everybody gets a chance to take part in this awesome time-limited event. So it starts today, and it runs through to September the 7th. So that's the time period you've got to get your hands on the Mayhem ship set. And I think that's it from me. So as always, I will see you on the seas.
I just realized he's sitting in the game graphics. Wow, that's actually a nice touch. I mean, it's just a green screen. Why am I so excited? But, you know. Alright. Play it day one, PC, console, Game Pass. Alright, what's this? Oh, every time I hear that eagle, I think Assassin's Creed.
It's always been a dangerous world in Trumbull Valley.
Wii U was flopped
But
too.
now,
Wii U is probably
hope.
my second favorite
together.
flopped console. Like, it was so great. I mean, I'm a bit biased because
It builds new
it was like the
bonds
first console I bought with my own
in the
money.
face of a growing threat.
Well, like home console, because I think I bought a 3DS before that. I did buy a PS3 around that time as well. I got a Wii U. But I think it was the first console I bought with my own money, home console wise. I got the 3DS in like 2012 when I finished boarding school. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Wii. The Wii U had great games, and the gamepad was surprisingly comfortable. Obviously, my favorite like failed console is definitely the Dreamcast. I mean, very amazing console, but you called your parents, so no kidnapping. Did they sound like they were under distress? Was there a gun to their head to say they were alright? Like, you gotta like clarify this shit. You gotta have, before this thing happens, you gotta have like safe words with your parents. Like, you have to have like a specific word, like peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And if they say that on the phone, it means they're in trouble and you gotta figure it out. That way they won't get in trouble with the people that have got the gun to their head, because you could just be like, hey, it'd be nice if I could have a peanut butter and banana sandwich right now. And then you'd hear that and be like, yep, they're in trouble. And then you could go and call the police without them getting, you know, fucked or some shit.
Welcoming Undead Labs Director of Communications, Wanda Russell. Hello, Wonder. How are you? Hello, I'm great. It's great to be here. Talk about the homecoming.
Here comes the yapping.
September 1st. We are very excited to get
State
into the
of
players'
Decay
hands.
2.
You are indeed. So let's talk about the homecoming update. Obviously, we are coming back to Trumbull Valley. We were there for Heartland, the update back in 2019. Talk to me about the differences, and I'll sit right here and listen because your dog.
They added Get Swifty to
Heartland
Fortnite.
is the story mode within the game, but it's a very linear, narrative-driven
Is that Rick and
experience.
Morty? I've only watched like
Players
one
can move
episode
their
of Rick and Morty,
communities
so
there. So
I literally
that's all
cannot
changed
even
with the Trumbull Valley map.
speak on that.
It is the 5th core open world map. It's fully remastered and it expands into 2
I watched
territories
just
that
one
are
episode. I
completely
think it was like
accessible in Heartland.
the
So
Meat
players
Seas
can return
episode.
to
I
Trumbull
think that was the
Valley
one
with
I
their
saw.
communities, start new communities there, and really start exploring everything that the new map has to offer. So then, would Homecoming be a sequel then to Heartland? Yeah, exactly right. So the events in Heartland.
Yap! Oh my God, the yap!
In Trumbull Valley.
Ugh.
So we think of it as the 3rd part of our Trumbull saga that began with the original City 2 games.
Hey, bring it! Hey, bring it! Hey, bring it! Hey. Yo, what's up, Sad Cake? Thanks for the donation.
So there is a lot for players to discover.
Wii U greater than Switch.
A lot of environmental
Honestly,
storytelling to find.
I'm not even mad at that
And,
take.
You know, things have
You know,
changed.
like,
So
I really
this
loved
is
my
the
Wii
Trumbull
U.
Valley that players
Although
might
to be
remember.
fair, they have
So that's
ported
gonna
like
be
the
exciting.
majority of the great
Interesting. Well,
Wii U
and
games to
anytime you
Switch,
expand
so it's
something
kind of a
like
tough
Trumbull
one in
Valley,
that
you have to
sense.
have a juggernaut
You know,
of content. Pun
but I guess it
intended.
felt fresher with the
Talk to
Wii
me
U
a little
because
bit
it was
about
actually
what
new
some of
stuff
those
there.
things are that players can get in
You
on
know,
here now in the
like
expanded
Mario Kart, we played on
Yes, a
Wii U
ton
first.
of new
Mario
content.
Maker,
In
we
fact,
played
we're
on.
doing
Well,
something
Mario Maker
unique
2 has
with
more
the Trumbull
content.
Valley map. There are
You know,
items
but
there
yeah,
that you can
there's a lot of
only find
things.
on that map
3D
and nowhere else in
World,
the game.
things like that. That were
Including
just
12 new
from the
pads and
Wii U.
outfits, 10 new very cool weapons. We've got 6 new bases, 2 new achievements for achievement
It's
hunters.
okay, you need a high IQ,
And
so
on top of that, we are
course.
adding the game's 12th bounty
Ugh.
pack. So that will be available from the bounty broker across all maps. And I have to say, they are some of the coolest weapons.
I was
I've
on
ever
Amazon
seen
today.
go
Like
into
I
the
was,
game. I'm so excited
I was
for
feeling
people
tech
to find out.
nostalgic.
A
I was thinking about floppy
of
disks.
content, and I
Because
don't
I used to
care who
use
uses
those
the
when I was a
second
kid.
fun of the
Yes,
day.
I'm getting
That
older
works
now.
out great.
Leave
Well,
me alone.
let's talk
I
about
had
the
floppy
State of
disks as a
Decay
kid.
community because it's
They stored
absolutely an
1.44
integral part of this
megabytes per
entire
disc.
franchise. And
I was just wondering if
on
people still
Xbox
made
Game
blank
Pass.
floppy
How
disks
is
because
that
it's like
impacting
2021.
gaming?
Why
How
would
is that
someone
impacting
buy that
games?
and then
Talk to
still
me
be
about this.
nostalgic?
It's been
I can understand if
fantastic,
they were
and,
selling
we
like
have an
floppy disk
amazing
readers
community. We
because
love
you
them
could be
so
older,
much.
have
In
a bunch
fact,
of
one of the
leftover floppy
reasons
disks
we're
with
doing
data
the
on them,
Trumbull
and I
Valley
had
as
to
a
get
map
them
is
off.
because it was
But
one
why
of
would
the
someone
most
be
requested
manufacturing
features
new
from the
floppy
community,
disks?
which also makes
So
it
I was
very
like,
exciting for
I
us
checked
to be able
eBay
to
and I
say,
saw some there,
we
like
did
blank
it, you get
discs.
it.
But
And
I'm
we
like,
have a major
these could just
milestone
be
that we're
old ones I haven't
celebrating.
sold yet.
The
So I'm like, let me go
Decay 2
Amazon because those are usually
has
new
10 million
products.
lifetime players.
And I think I found a few people selling
10
floppy
million
disks.
lifetime
But then I
players.
actually
Hang your
found
hat on
something
that.
cool. I
I
found floppy
absolutely love
disk
that. Really
coasters.
cool.
They look like
Incredible,
floppy
amazing
disks, but
news.
they're really just
Congratulations to you, the
coasters.
entire
I don't really
team
use
at Undead
coasters
Labs,
because it
man.
seems kind of long.
Fantastic work.
Oh,
Well,
use a
speaking of
coaster,
Xbox
like
Game
come
Pass,
on,
let's
bother,
give you
just
the
put the
deets
cup
one
on the
more
thing.
time when it
But
comes
they were
to the
floppy
update.
disk coasters, so
The
I copped
update
them.
releases
So they
September
should arrive
1st.
tomorrow.
It's a free update for all State of Decay 2 owners, and it's included with Xbox Game Pass.
I believe in
homecoming.
PSP supremacy.
I love it.
Oh,
Thank
my
you
PSP
very
days
much.
were so
My
lit
pleasure.
though. If they made a Steam Deck, I want some third-party company to basically make the Steam Deck. Hey, bring it! Hey, bring it! Hey, bring it! Oh, what's up, Ronan pal? Thank you for the donation. I remember getting PC games that had 4 floppy disks. Yeah, I had to read about that shit because I was never part of that era. Like, all the PC games I had were definitely CDs. I never had a floppy disk game. I didn't have a... Like, because the first Windows I had was Windows 95. You know, I was born in 95, but like I was on the computer early. Then we got 98 and 2000 ME, XP, etc., etc. So I'd never had a floppy disk game, only CD. But because my dad was obviously into tech, he had floppy disks and zip disks. And when I was a kid, he gave me like a few of his blank floppy disks to play around with. And I stored some shit on them.
Mystical lost valley of Akria. A
But
world
yeah.
which ranges from overgrown temple ruins.
You had
to
PSP
frozen
Gold, normal
caves and
PSP.
winding
The
canyons.
OG, of
A
course.
game world
Oh yeah,
that
what was I
changes
saying? I
based
said
on your
I wanted a
victory.
third-party company to
Use the
make
stab and blade-to-blade
a Steam
combat.
Deck type
At that
thing, but
point in
shaped
the
like
we've
a
been
bigger
getting fuzzy
PSP.
little pal to
That
help
would be
you
like
out.
the ideal
Between
like
epic
aesthetic
fights and this small
for
guy,
like a
there's
Steam Deck type
clearly a lot
device.
going on here.
Well, obviously
So
with dual
let's hear
analogs
more
though, but like
with
basically just
Point
rip off the
Blank
PSP
about
design,
Stray Blade.
but make it into like a Steam Deck kind of device. That would be fucking lit.
At Point Blank Games, and today I will show you Stray Blade.
95 game. Xiaomi, should 95 as well? Oh shit, I didn't know.
An RPG where you play a rogue adventurer who is exploring the ancient valley of Akria with his
Yo, what's up,
companion,
Beats?
witty wolf named Boji. Unveil the history of the Forgotten Valley as the
Hey, reggae. Hey, reggae. Hey, reggae. Hey. Chicken invaders. My god.
Combat and exploration.
I know
are
some
two
people
key
really
elements of
stand
our
that game.
Let's dive into the combat first. Our combat system merges strategic anticipation of enemy attacks with split-second blade-to-blade
We
reactions.
used to pirate DS games by
It is the
downloading them
high
off of the
noon of
internet to DS.
skill-based melee
I never had a
weapon
flash card back
To
then. I
achieve
was
that,
too
we put
young
our
to
hearts
really. I
into
mean, I guess
creating
I
fluid,
could have figured it out,
well-readable
but
animations
I just
and
kind of
epic
played the
cinematic
games I had,
functions.
honestly.
You can choose from multiple weapon categories that can be combined to fit your playstyle.
An emulator console would be lit.
Now,
I mean, the
let's
Steam
take
Deck
a
is
closer
essentially going to be
look.
that because you can
Korea's
dock it,
colorful
you can use
world
it
ranges from
handheld.
overgrown city
You know,
ruins to
I
frozen
so am
caves
looking
and
forward to the
winding
Steam Deck,
canyons.
man. Like, it's going to be
Together
so
with your
good.
companion, explore the deepest corners of an ever-changing world, bristling with adventure.
Rice is gross.
Every
What the
discovery
fuck?
holds treasure.
Who the
Find
fuck
rare
says
materials,
shit like that?
recipes, weapons, lore pieces,
Who the
and beautiful places.
Why?
Change is part of your journey, where every victory impacts the world.
You just want
around you.
Sony to make another
When you die,
handheld.
time
Their
keeps
handheld
moving
exclusive.
forward, and
I
you
think
can't
Sony
stay
are
dead.
past the point
New
of making
foes invade
handheld
camps
exclusives.
that you will
This is
weaken.
what Sony
When
should do,
Doji
right?
revives you, only one thing
They
is
should
certain.
make
The change you brought
a portable
shapes
version
what
of their
now
console.
awaits you. And of
You know,
course, get ready for
maybe
epic
like
boss
5
fights.
years from now, when the PS5 hardware is dated as fuck, they make a PS5P and it's a PS5 portable.
We hope you enjoyed the first look at Stray.
Or maybe even just do a PS4
Keep an
portable
eye on our social
that
media
runs
channels for more
PS1, 2, and 3 games, and it's just like you could play PS1, 2, 3, 4 games on it on the go, and it's shaped like a PSP. Maybe you can stream your PS5 games from your actual PS5 to the device, or maybe just use PS Now or something. I think people would buy that just to be able to play like PS1 to 4 games on the go.
In case that didn't
Maybe they'd
tip you
even
off,
include
we're talking
some
about Crusader Kings
some
3,
games on
a
it just to
medieval
sell it
grand
better.
strategy and role-playing game that has you trying to defend your royal line from those that would conquer your kingdom in evil twins, apparently.
Opinions on what? What is
It's coming to Xbox
Kaka?
as an adaptation, not a direct port, meaning that the UI and controls have been
Chicken and rice
refined
is a
to
bland
bring
meal.
that
The
grand
rice
strategy
ruins the chicken.
experience.
What are you eating that you think
Not
the
to mention
rice
bringing
ruins
the
the
grand
chicken?
strategy
Why does the
experience
chicken go together like peanut butter and jam?
We'll all be ruling from
The
our
fuck?
throne room soon enough. Check out
I was having
Crusader
rice and
Kings
chicken just
3
this morning.
Now, coming to Xbox consoles.
What the fuck? Why is there a snake with the baby? Where are the parents? 10 out of IGN, you gave this a 10 out of 10?
Never forget the crimes committed against us.
PS Vita's are good. I know there's some serious PS Vita stands. I never actually got one, but from what I saw, the shit looks so fucking tiny. I don't think I'd even like holding that. You know, the buttons look so small. Reminds me of the Joy-Cons. Ugh.
He never.
But I do like the interface that it had, though. It was a nice
Greatest wars
interface.
are won with weddings, not
Opinions on
warriors.
Afghanistan, man. You guys trying to go into some deep topics, man. I'm a gaming channel, man. I don't go there. I mean, I don't really follow all that shit properly. I just see like little glimpses of it trending. I don't really have any strong opinions on that. What will be my next phone? The Pixel 6 is looking kind of... I don't know. I feel weird about getting a Google phone. I've got a Google Pixel. I mean, obviously I got Android, so, you know, yeah, but... I don't know. Most likely my next phone will be an S22 Ultra. Because I'm on the S10, and before that I had an S7 Edge, and before that I had an S6. And before that I had an iPhone. But, like, right now, if the S22 Ultra doesn't fuck up, like with their reveal, then that'll probably be my next phone. Because the Fold 3 looks good, but the durability concerns are an issue. And a few other things. You know, I watched Mr. Who's the Boss review, and I was kind of like, yeah.
You really
The
haven't
camera
lived
compromises
until
as
you've
well,
been
the durability,
the
like,
King of
I don't know.
England.
Well, it's nice to have hobbies. We've all gotten into
We
some
did
weird
the
stuff
World War
this
III
past
meme
year.
reaction video. That was
Weird
different because
light,
that was a meme.
diving into
People were
people's
meming
brains
that.
and
You know,
exploring
it
their
wasn't.
mental
This is a more
universes
serious
projected
issue.
into a psychedelic 60s wonderland kind of weird.
Exactly that kind of weird. Which means I am so
Opinions
excited for
on
Psychonauts
dust
to finally get a
specs?
sequel. It has been so
What do you mean dust
so long.
specs?
There really is something special about Psychonauts, isn't it?
There really is indeed. Now, think about this. 2005, when Psychonauts originally came out, was a different time for gaming. Most of
You
the
can't
biggest
decide
games that year were
between
Resident
Z
Evil
Flip and
4,
S21
Battlefield
Plus.
2, Call of Duty 2. They were great games, for sure.
I would say
They were all
S21 Plus.
big, beefy shooter games.
I mean, the Z Flip phones,
Psychonauts
apparently there's
had
definitely some
humor,
durability
whimsy,
issues
and
there. So,
surprisingly heartfelt
you know,
moments.
if you want
It
less
was an
headache, like the
oasis
foldables are
of
very
color and
cool.
humanity in
But,
an
like,
era when games
not all
were
of us can
increasingly
afford to
turning
risk
grimy,
breaking our
dark,
phone and have to
and
deal with the
combative.
turmoil of getting it
Not to
repaired.
mention having some
So I would say go for the S21 Plus. Although if you
That's
can
why
wait,
the original
the
is
S22s are probably going to
considered
drop early next year anyway.
It has been a
So
long time
it's only
coming,
like
and it is
4
finally
months,
here.
5 months, 6
Enjoy
months
this
at the most.
long-awaited launch trailer for
World War
Psychonauts.
3 ain't a serious. No, I mean the memes weren't serious. People were just memeing it because it wasn't actually really happening. It wasn't actually World War III. Opinions on Starbucks? I've only gone like a few times. Don't have any strong opinions on that. I mean, it's coffee, right? $3,800 million is what's putting you on. Is that the Fold that has 38? Which phone has 3800?
I'm the new intern. And today is
The
my
joke's
first
part
day
of
on
my
the
dad
job.
is like he lived in so many places: Congo, India, Canada, UK, and all the accents are blended to one. And it's just too funny. I mean, people say that about me as well, though, because I lived in the UK, I lived in Switzerland, I lived in Ghana. I was friends with people that were British, obviously living here, people that were Ghanaian, people that were Nigerian, people that were German, people that were American, and I feel like all the accents just like kind of mixed together, you know. Oh, the Z Flip was 3800. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I don't know. It's just too hard to recommend a foldable for most people right now because of the durability concerns. Opinions on Twit's views on game design. He's very like make everything piss easy, otherwise it's too tough or whatever. I don't know. We have different opinions when it comes to game design, definitely. You know. Opinions on people's opinions of opinions. I mean, that's actually a valid question because, you know, you're allowed to have an opinion and people are allowed to have an opinion on your opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion on their opinion. But at the end of the day, just because people are allowed to have opinions doesn't mean you have to value everyone's opinion. Like, you can choose whether you want to value other people's opinions or not. KFC is the best branded fast food. Branded fast food.
Well, it's clear I could not be more excited for Psychonauts.
They're up
2
there though,
because
actually.
I gotta
Come
be
to think
honest,
of it,
me
they
and
are
that
up there.
original game, we got some
But
beats
Pizza
that
Hut
need
also up there
settling.
as well.
If you know, the
When you get a good
circus
one.
level,
It's
it is
a
infinite,
franchise,
it is
some of
brutal,
them are
it is
bad.
difficult to say the least.
Subway's
The
up
final
there
level
as
of the
well.
original game that came out, and I cannot believe I'm doing the math
Yeah.
on this one.
Pizza
16
Hut,
years
Subway,
ago,
KFC, they're probably like
Tim
the top
Schaefer and
3.
Lizette Teetry Montgomery.
I would
am
say Burger
definitely
King better
dating
than
myself,
McDonald's, but
you
McDonald's
all
is just more
welcome
accessible
from Double
and
Fine
convenient.
Productions. Thank you so much for being here. Tim, can you believe it has been 16
Opinions
years?
on
I almost
August
said 19
25th.
years.
Ask me tomorrow.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday, but it kind of was for Raz because the story picks up right where the first game left off. And even though it has been a lot
They
of
fixed
years,
it, but it
it's
actually seems
a
like
game
an
that matters a
issue.
lot to
Also,
us.
still
We
lots of
really
people are
love it here
trading in
at
the
Double Fine, and we know there's a lot
S10s
of
and
fans that meant a
iPhone for
lot to
Z
them,
Flip.
and so we really want to be
Well, the
true
Z
to
Flip
the
looks
spirit
cool
of
as
the first
fuck.
game,
That front screen and
which
everything.
we were
But
able to do because we
I don't think they
brought back a lot
fixed
of
the
the
durability.
same
They just
voice
made it a
actors,
bit
and we
stronger.
also
It's
have a
still,
lot of people on the team
it's
here
still a
that
screen
worked on
that
the
you
first
can't
game,
put your
as
nail
well as
on
bringing
without
on a
it
bunch of new
breaking.
people like Lisette.
I don't know if you can
Thank
actually
you.
see
It's
the
really
phone,
important
but
for us to carry
it's
the
still a
legacy
bit too
forward,
risky for
especially
me
in the
personally.
style
Like,
of
they're
Wonk that
expensive
is very
phones,
prevalent in
so
the first game.
for me to take that risk,
Style of Wonk.
you know,
Put it on a shirt. I'm in there.
I don't know. If my phone
Let's
breaks, I
roll
have to
it
send
back
it
a
in,
bit.
and all
Of
my
course, this
data's
can
on
be a
there,
kind
and
of
it's
trippy
just
idea
it's
if
just a
you're
long
not
thing.
familiar. Psychonauts,
Isn't
they
Burger
still
King
jump into
called
people's
Hungry
minds, I'm
Jacks
assuming,
in
like the
the
first
UK?
game, right? So if
I've
you're,
never
so if
heard of that in
Psychonauts
my
sort of
life.
dove into my brain, it would be like a lot of Ted Lasso quotes and French bulldog
Never heard of
memes.
that in
Am
my
I
life.
correct, Tim?
Yeah, that's what's fun about a Psychonauts game
Opinions
is that
on
all the levels
SpongeBob.
are different, just like every person
Goated
is different
first 3
based on their
seasons.
personality. If you could jump into
Season
someone's
4
mind,
was
what would
actually
it look
still
like?
kind of
What would
decent.
what would be
and
the
that's
color
pretty
of the
much it.
sky, and like who would the monsters be? And in Psychonauts, you get to do that because Raz has the power of astral projection. And when he goes in, he gets to fight those monsters and help people deal with their nightmares and wrestle with their inner demons.
Who do I think will win?
And so there's a ton of
Jake
variety.
or
And there's a
Tyron?
lot of
What are you
anything
talking
goes.
about?
We can go to any location. We can have any art style. And coming up with
Ugh.
new levels for the second game was really fun to do.
Well, I loved it from the first game, certainly. Let's talk a little bit about how that kind of concept.
What game are they
expresses
yapping about now?
itself in the game
One of
world?
them's
I
wearing a
mean,
Psychonauts
Psychonauts 2
t-shirt.
has
So
got it
are
all
they talking
over
about
the place.
Psychonauts now?
Yeah, it was really important for us to carry forward the unique brain worlds and unique levels from the first game and the unique style as well. So we're really focused on how we could bring forward
Oh,
that style
Jake
and
Paul,
Wonk,
Tyron
and also
Woodley.
bring
Oh.
in new levels and enemies.
Now,
I don't even
of
know.
course,
I was
it wouldn't
like,
be
what
Psychonauts
Jake are you
without
talking
new
about?
mental
I've been
demons,
watching Love
and I'm
Island,
sure
so he
it's
said
happening
Jake.
in
I was like,
Psychonauts 2. What does this mean? If does it mean basically is that we're finally able to
when is the
slap
fight?
COVID
I was watching the
anxiety in
Pacquiao fight just the other day.
Well, I don't know if you get to slap anxiety in your
I'm
face,
Googling
but you
this shit
definitely get
now.
to slap some panic attacks, and COVID definitely caused a lot of those.
In addition to panic attacks, some of our old enemies have also come
8
back.
p.m.
Our
Monday,
sensors
30th
are our favorites,
August.
and they're definitely here. And in addition to that, we
Oh,
also
1 a.m.
have
30th
our
August
doubts
in the UK.
and some new
So
enemies.
29th
There's our lovely
August.
sensor. Also, some regrets.
Oh shit! Then I have to check that out.
Some
Then.
flying regrets. There are
Of course, I'm not paying for it.
They definitely.
I mean, piracy bad
doubts
don't
are
do.
a slow,
You know.
sticky melee enemy. You're also seeing our enabler here.
Stop dissing Love Island, Bradley.
It energizes our whole combat troop. So we have a whole
Chicken
cast
Invaders is
that you can
free on
battle and
Steam.
fight with.
If you play it and beat it this stream, you make some Chicken
Including
Invaders.
the bad
I don't know about all
which is
that.
a lesser storm of
I ain't trying to
feelings
play
that you
Chicken
have to
Invaders today.
Now, for those who haven't played the
Psychonauts is
original,
great. You gotta
available
play the
now
first
on
game.
Xbox Game Pass.
Well, I
by the
mean,
way.
I might try out the second game.
Tim, why is
Since
Raz
it's
so
about
good
to
at
come
Remington
out, and if
Brain?
it's fire, then I might go back to the first one.
Is, he has
You
some
know,
very
I
special
want to play
skills.
the
He
new
has
one
two
first
whole
because
sets of
it'd be
skills.
new,
One
right?
being
Like,
the acrobatic skills he learned growing up in the circus.
have I ever
Now,
watched Breaking Bad?
hyper
Of
jump
course,
over
of
trampolines,
course.
swing on
I watched it when it was
trapezes,
still
and it
airing.
helps him navigate and get around to all kinds of interesting
Amazing
places.
show.
But he also has this other side to his
And
personality.
Better Call
which is that he's a
Saul's
powerful
finishing
psychic.
next year.
So
I
he
can't wait
can
for that as
levitate
well.
Objects. He can use telekinesis,
Opinions
and
on Bobsy.
pyrokinesis.
Well, I
He
made a
has,
video on
these
that, so
powers
you can
which
check
people
that
might
out.
recognize from the first game.
I played
as well
the latest
as,
Bobsy
3
game
new
on my
powers
channel.
for the second game. He has the ability to mentally connect thoughts together. And,
Bobsy's
connect
definitely
two
a
thoughts
product
and
of his
actually
time in
connect two
terms of
thoughts
as a
together,
character, though.
to
I
solve
don't think
puzzles
Bobsy as a
and to
character
navigate
aged
this
as
game.
well.
He has the power of time bubble, which
Obviously,
is just change.
you can still make a good game with
slow
it if you
down
made
how
a good
things are
game,
moving by
right?
changing
Like if it's a
people's
good
perception of
platformer.
time.
But
And he
I
also
think the
has the power of
character himself
projection,
is
which allows
just
him
such a
to
remnant
pull
of
an
the
archetype,
90s.
a personality
And
out
his
of
whole
his
design and
unconscious mind
inception.
and bring it into the world that he's in, like a companion in battle or in.
You've been to Los Pollos Hermanos in
Let's
real
talk
life?
about the story for a second. because
Didn't they
in
make that
the
after the
original
show?
Psychonauts, we saw
Like,
Raz
wasn't it just
training
a
as
parody
part of
of the
organization,
show?
and now
Like, there's a
perhaps
Krusty
part of a
Krab
whole
in real life
organization
now,
at this point.
apparently.
And are there other brain
You know?
agents, other psychonauts out there that maybe grew up in a completely different circus?
What happened to the road to GTA 6? Didn't they announce that GTA 6 wasn't coming until like 2025?
We have a lot
We
of
got
characters
time.
in this game.
I was gonna
As
stream
soon as
GTA
Raz
3 a while ago,
arrives on
and then
the
then
headquarters,
the
he
leaks happened that
immediately
said that there was gonna be a
gets
GTA
introduced to
remaster
the
trilogy of
and the
GTA
interns
3,
quickly
Vice
tell
City,
him
and
to
San
show them
Andreas. So I'm like,
how he
why am I
fits
gonna
into the
struggle to get the
organization.
GTA 3 PS,
Right
the
down
PC
the
port
bottom.
to work properly, which has all sorts
And
of
so earn his way back to
issues
the
to
top
try and
again.
run it
He's
properly
no longer
today?
the coolest kid in
When I could just wait for the remaster and
much
just
to his
play that.
chagrin, his entire
And that's coming out
family,
apparently
his
this
entire
year according to the
embarrassing,
leaks.
circus
So
clothes
yeah,
wearing
like I'll just
family
get the
comes to
remaster
visit him
trilogy and I
in
can
front of
play
all his
3, Vice City, San
So
Andreas.
the interns find out that he's the awkward middle child of the circus family. Each one of them has their own quirks and foibles.
No,
and
it's
some
a
of them
real
are
restaurant, it's
psychic,
not
and
called
so
Los
a lot of
Pollos.
their story.
Oh, so it's just the place that they use as a set.
And how it relates to the foundation of the Psychonauts themselves.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Well, I like
I watched Zoe 101 as a kid, like
already, I'm
thinking
sold,
there is
but
no
you, of
boarding
course,
school as
already
cool
knew
as
that
this.
when can
In
myself
reality, it's
and
not a
the
boarding
rest
school, it's
of
an
the
actual
world
university,
exact
like
some
college.
PC needing revenge?
And they just pretended it was a boarding school. No boarding school is as cool as
You
Zoe
can get
101.
back
It
to
was
the
literally a
beef, and
campus.
play Psychonauts
You see
2
people's videos on
on
YouTube like,
August
I'm going to
25th
the Zoe
on
101
Xbox
place. I'm at PCA. It's not actually called PCA, but I'm at
Is that
PCA.
Tim,
I enrolled. Like
so much.
people
And
actually
you
getting
know
the
what?
higher
Big
education at
huge
PCA.
congratulations
Like
to everyone at Double Fine on the launch of Psychonauts.
thoughts on the Love Island winner.
Thank you so much.
I predicted the exact results,
And you can
right?
catch
Because
more
last
of
year I
Game
got
Perhaps
cocked.
came those
I
burning
thought that
questions about
Shanice
the
and
newest
Lutia were
game
gonna
in
win
the
last
fan
year
favorite franchise
because
in our
everyone seems to
Xbox
love them the
Play
most on
stream
Twitter.
tomorrow. But first,
Then when they
before
didn't
releasing
win,
out mental
and the
cobwebs,
fully white
we're
couple
cleaning
won,
up
I was like,
alien planets
okay.
in this
I kind of
supremely
forgot that it's a
satisfying
show on
4K
ITV
trailer
and
for
it's public vote, and we're in the UK, and most people are white. And they're gonna vote for their own couples naturally. That doesn't make them racist. It's just what they would do naturally. So I kind of understood that. So this year, I looked at the couples. I literally did this before the whole thing. There were 4 couples. One couple was fully black. One couple was fully white. And the other 2 were interracial. I said the fully black couple will come in 4th. The fully white couple will come in 1st. And then the 2 interracials will be in the middle. Most likely Faye and Teddy will be third because people like Chloe and Toby more. Exactly how I predicted it is exactly how it happened. Twitter was like robbed because Twitter was rooting for. Twitter's a different demographic. Afterwards, I then went to like Facebook when they announced the winners, you know, were Liam and Millie, and all the people on Facebook, different crowd, right? Different age group, different people. They were like, well deserved, Millie and Liam, you deserve this. So I'm like, yeah, you see, people think the whole world revolves around Twitter when there's all these other people watching the show that are voting who don't be on Twitter all day looking for the next cancellation or whatever. So, literally,
We have talked about
I kind of
so many
expected
incredible
those
games
results,
today,
so
and
I
of
wasn't
course,
really
my
like.
favorite.
I
Let me
understand
just
it.
say,
It is what it is.
so cool to
It doesn't
say
really
that
matter
Games
because at the end of the
expanding
day, the
Silicon
real
Valley.
money is gonna
Come
come
on.
from
And hey,
like
you know what?
the
Great job on
Instagram
Flight
sponsorships and
Oh,
shit like
thank you.
that.
I mean, talking
That
to George
50K
is
is
always a
irrelevant
blast, and Flight
because
Sim is such a special
literally, like that
game to
50K
me
is
because, I mean,
irrelevant.
it's literally
That's why
letting
that
me
when they
travel
do that
the
whole
world.
you're gonna share or split
But
the money thing is so fucking
I was
stupid
staring daggers
because it's
of
all about
jealousy
PR. If you say I'm gonna
watching
keep the
you
50K
talk
for
to
myself,
Tim and Lizette.
the whole UK is gonna think you're a con,
Well, I will
and
say
there's
that
no
I
point.
understand.
Just share the
Let's
money.
play Psychonauts 2 already,
They're
so
gonna
if
get
you wanna
Instagram deals.
That's
I was
true.
talking to my
But
brother.
it's
He
not
was
the same
working
as
with
talking to the creators.
someone who
Just
did.
trust me when I tell
Who's a
you.
popular
I'm excited
Instagram,
for
like
Psychonauts.
Instagram chick,
say
like
this as well,
800,000
I am excited to
followers
see
plus,
even more of Psychonauts
and
2
she
on
told him that she
Xbox
was getting
Games.
£4,000 per
Yes,
sponsored
don't
post
forget,
for
Xbox
800K
Plays will
followers.
recap all
These
the
Love
week's
Island people
news
be getting
throughout the week
bare
at
followers.
twitch.tv
So if you could get
/XBox.
£4,000
So make
for
sure
one
to
sponsored
check that
post, and
out.
sometimes they do like in bulk.
Before Kate and I let
Like,
Playground
you know,
Games
like
take
20
the wheel,
posts might
let
be
me
80K
just
like
say
individually,
that
but they
it
might do a
is
deal
a
like 20 posts for
pleasure to chat
60K.
games and nerd
If
out
you're
with
getting
everyone
that
today.
for sponsored posts,
Oh,
why
it's
the
hands
fuck
down the
would
best
you even
part of
care
the
if you
job.
didn't come in first place? All you need to do is stay on the show long enough that you get enough clout
Now, in
that you
June,
can build your
Playground
shit.
Games
After you
announced
built
the
your
Fortnite
shit,
Live, the highly
don't matter if you
anticipated
win or
follow-up
not. Coming in
to
fourth
2018's
place,
breakout hit
as long as you get the
open world driving
followers,
game
that's all that
Forza
matters.
4
Liberty hit like a
live
million
on November
followers.
9th on
She don't need to
consoles,
show up in the
Xbox
fight. She got a
Game Pass
million
for
followers.
console, PC,
They
and
say it's
cloud,
like
and
what,
of
$10 per 1,000 followers for a
And if you're
sponsored
watching
post.
our Xbox
So if you got
YouTube channel,
a
switch
million,
over to our
that's
Xbox
basically
Twitch channel to
$10,000
see
for
all
a
this
sponsored
new
post.
exclusive content.
And that is
Who the fuck cares if you don't win at that point?
Xbox
If it was
Global
2001,
experience. And if
and
you've
it's
already
like
watched
after the
Forza
show's
4
over,
on
onto the
channel,
next reality show, everyone's forgotten about you, then cool.
Without further
But you
ado,
got Instagram now.
let's
It don't
dive
matter
in,
if you don't win.
Starting with the new
It's just a
custom
different era
Forza
now.
Horizon 5 controller, which is available for pre-order today, so players can have it.
I thought the
in
50K was
hand by
BS.
November
Yeah, like
9th.
50K, like
Every
honestly,
edition of the game
the
will
prize money, they know that they don't need to give you any prize money. Like the real winnings come afterwards, like with Instagram. So, and all the interviews they be doing, they getting paid for them. Like 50K is pointless at that point. I'm writing about Love Island with 99% of chat is American doesn't get. Haven't they got like? Have they got American Love Island? No, they got like other shows there. Americans always taking our shows anyway, so they'll take Love Island too. No, they got American Love Island. What the fuck? They have got American Love Island. And they got Australian Love Island as well. She looks like she'd be into CB. Dude, what the fuck? What game did they just show? I wasn't paying
Charlie
attention.
here, and I'm at Playground Games with Forza Horizon creative
Oh,
director
Forza
Mike Brown
Horizon,
and
okay.
Forza Horizon art director Don Arcetta. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Hello.
Oh god, with the
Stunning.
yapping.
Look at that. Well, we obviously just saw a really
That
cool
looks like a
video
fucking
about it,
Splatoon
and I'll
controller.
be the
What the
first
fuck?
to say there is an amazing influence of Mexican car culture and music literally splayed right across the front. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. It just feels like it's a part of the Horizon Festival, like it's just dropped out of the game into your lap.
That controller kind of cool though. I like
and there's
that.
so
I
much
like
we
that.
do want to show the fans, and it's been quite difficult to decide where to start. So can you maybe tell us a bit more about the game, Mike?
Sure, yeah. So Forza Horizon 5 is bringing the Horizon Festival's unique brand of fun and
Yapscom.
freedom.
I love that Yapscom.
Players are going to set out across the largest, most diverse open world.
We got a
with
2-hour opening
in
night
hundreds
live event
of the
tomorrow.
world's most beautiful and exciting cars.
And Jeff Keighley's going to
Yeah,
be
and
hosting
do
that
you
one,
think
so you
that
know there's
Mexico
going to be
is
some
just
yapping.
a desert
No
or a beach,
offense.
but there's so much
But he
more to
seems
it,
to be
isn't there?
associated with a lot of
That's
the
right.
yap
Even though it
fests.
does have pretty awesome beaches and a number of amazing deserts, it also has vast canyons, hidden temples,
Yellow
awesome,
hair.
beautiful historic cities.
I mean,
even
look,
a
once you
towering
get clout, you
snowcap
gotta
volcano,
dye your
the
hair,
highest
right?
point we've ever had in
All
Horizon.
the big YouTubers
So
get to a
you
certain
talked about
level
how
and they
Forza
start
Horizon
dyeing
5
their hair.
showcases powerful
If I become a big
all-new
YouTuber, I'm gonna have to
graphical
dye my
features,
hair
but
as
what more
well,
can you tell us
just
about
to join the tradition,
our
right?
Mexican
What
HDR
color should I
sky
go
captures
for?
really illuminate the world to the point where you
Maybe
feel
I should go like
you're
blonde,
really
like
there.
what Kanye
And
did
thanks to the
with his
Xbox
hair.
Series X and S, ray
Maybe I'll go
tracing
blonde
was
like Ye.
utilized in Forza Vista to really make
I don't know
our
if I could
cars
pull.
look
I don't think I
more
could
true
pull
to
off
real
red.
life. You'll you'll encounter the smallest of details as you travel throughout the world, all rendered in striking realism.
Oh, that's such an exciting overview. I cannot wait. And next up is something we know that Forza Horizon fans have
White.
definitely been waiting
White.
for the most. Mike, what is
Yeah, I'll
that
be on some
cover?
old man shit, just
That's
like
right.
whiten my
We are
hair,
about to
like
reveal
be
the
like
cover of Forza
a
Horizon
30-year-old
5,
big YouTuber
featuring
with
the
white hair.
incredible Mercedes AMG 1 and the
You can't pull off
2021
any color.
Ford
Wow,
Bronco Batman.
thanks.
Should we take a
Wow.
look?
Let's do it, yeah.
they dye it back to the original. Oh, you always dye it back. You gotta dye it just to do something different so they don't get bored of you. Oh, he dyed his hair now. We gotta watch for a bit now. Oh, he painted his nails now. We gotta watch for a few more months. Like, always something different. I'm not doing Rainbow. No, I'm not fucking doing Rainbow. 6ix9ine has ruined Rainbow hair. Not that it was really a go-to hairstyle for anyone before. Like, Gamescom was literally B-Tech E3. Yeah, I mean, most of these events are just B-Tech E3s. E3 Junior. Get a clown wig.
Very
wow.
different ways to explore Mexico. So what
Dye
I
your
know
hair
is
blonde.
what
I was
the
literally
car
saying that.
chosen
The blonde like
and
Kanye,
what
like
to
when he did his
expect
hair
when you
blonde.
get behind the wheel.
Yeah, so those differences are exactly why we chose them. The Mercedes-AMG 1 marks the first time a car features Formula One hybrid technology. Almost
Green?
one to
I don't think I
one
could
from
pull
track
off
to the
green
street.
hair, no.
And with
That
the
would look too
2021 Ford
clowny.
Bronco Badlands, you know, that's primed for rugged off-roading across Mexico's vast terrain.
And I'm certain people can't wait to see more of what these cars can do in the game, so I don't think we should keep them waiting.
Maybe I'll
any
go
longer.
bold.
Mike,
Maybe that's
tell
what
us
I'll
about
do.
What we're about to see next.
Yes, so in a few moments' time, we'll
Like
be
Rick
kicking off
Ross
a
type
Forza
shit,
Horizon
like
5
bold,
Let's Go
but then I'll
stream,
grow out
and
my
you should check
beard.
that out for a big deep dive into loads of new content and features from Forza Horizon 5. But before that, we have 8 minutes of brand new gameplay where we're going to see both.
They said 8 minutes of gameplay, guys. 8 minutes. That's the most gameplay for any of these games here that we've ever seen.
We are going to see
I bet it's going to follow like
volcanoes,
30
cars
minutes of
jumping
yapping,
out of
though.
cargo planes, and a race under beautiful Mexican skies all the way to the Horizon Festival. Should we check
You
it out?
fully support ball prep. Man, when I was like 19, I was so ready to get my ears pierced. I didn't do it. I used to walk around with magnetic earrings. My family thought it was ridiculous, but I liked it. They're probably still somewhere in this room. When you hit 1 million, you go balls. I don't know, like, I'll probably do something. It won't be permanent though. Just be like, just to try it. Why didn't I go through with it? I don't know. I had this whole idea of this new look that I was trying to do, but there were just other things in place that I hadn't done. So it just didn't feel like the right time to do it. I might still do it in the future though, actually. Like, I wanted to, like, I feel like when you're fucking like ripped, you can pull off earrings better, but I was like not, so it just didn't have the same vibe I wanted it to have, right? Yeah, this Forza. Oh, this is definitely copyrighted music though, I can tell you that for sure. If you hit 100 mil, you have to give each sub 40p and give your address. What the? There is no way I'd hit 100 million subs and not be doxxed. That's impossible, right? But 40p, I would go broke. What the fuck? Let me see. Actually, let me calculate that. Okay. So you got 100 million subs. Each sub gets 40p, right? That's 40 million quid. What the fuck? I mean, even at 100 million subs, like PewDiePie's got like 100 million subs, and he's not worth 40 million. Okay, he's actually worth 40 million. Well, dollars, not pounds. PewDiePie would have to go broke to do that, and he's got over 100 million. Like, I'd have to give like 1p to each sub, right? If I give 1p to each sub,
towards a dust storm in the Mexican farmland.
that's about $1 mil. Maybe I could give 10p. I could get away with 10p to each sub. You know, that would be enough to get you some bubble gum, right? Like a piece of bubble. You know those 1p gums that they used to sell at the corner shop? So you could get some of those. Yeah, like I'll get 10p to every sub. But like 40p, like I'm going bankrupt. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you need a cut? Look, I'm streaming, I'm reacting, I'm reading chat. Plus, I wanted to visualize it for those watching, okay? Like, when you're in school, like, when you're in school-going age, your brain, like, calculates shit faster, because it's like, they make you not use calculators and tests, so you gotta like do the math in your head. And then once you finish school and it's like, well, I don't have to do that shit anymore, I can just use a calculator. Your brain becomes lazy as fuck. Cheapskatulous. What? No. There is no way I could give 40p to 100 million people. Like, I ain't a billionaire. Prem ain't wrong. About the calculator thing, give me a pack of Monster Munch when you hit 1 mil. Okay, sure. If you can point back to this stream and you saying that, and I hit 1 mil, and you're still there, I will send you a pack of Monster Munch. Quote me on that. This is a good stream. See you on YouTube. Man, YouTube Rewind. YouTube is so big nowadays that even if you had 1 million subs, you probably still wouldn't end up on Rewind. I still remember the time when there was only one YouTuber that had 1 million subs, and that was Fred. Now there's literally thousands of people with 1 million subs. So even having 1 million subs, you're not even that valuable in the eyes of like Susan, because you could still get yeeted off the platform. Like literally. What are your predictions for Super Monkey Ball Banana Minions next crossover character? Jeff says it's about to be crazy. Jeff always hyping up events. I'm at this event, I'm at that event, I'm at that event. He's at 1 million different non-E3 events. You know, it's always about to be crazy. It's just gonna be another character. I don't know if it's gonna be break the internet worthy. You know, like I don't know. Hey Bradley, please don't say that about Susan. How dare you say that about Susan? She is our Lord and Savior. She is really amazing. I'm very, very fond of her, Bradley. I will not tolerate that disrespect. Susan, if you're watching this, please. I do not align with Bradley's views. Just, you know, we have nothing in common. Just ignore that comment and put me on the homepage of YouTube as well, please. Thank you, Susan. You remember when Fred was popular back? Oh yeah, like that was a point where you couldn't escape Fred. He fucking made it onto iCarly, like, oh my god. Me, Sam, and Twitch should start a podcast? Yeah, that's the... I don't see that. I mean, we've already done one-offs, but I don't see myself doing like a long-term thing. Alex Kidd will be the next character. Well, I mean, it's Sega, they could do it. You know. But if they put BD Joe in that bitch, oh shit. I've been watching the iCarly rival. Yep, I watched every episode. I don't get the point of holding presentations when they have nothing to really show Xbox and future. Well, I mean, it's publicity, right? They want to promote their shit, their Game Pass and all that. 42,000 people watching, plus 1 million people are restreaming it, IGN streaming it. You know, they gotta show something. Like, I feel like now that we've left that era of E3 dominance, people are just gonna host events whenever, because the stakes are not as big. When it was just E3, you had to go hard or go home. Now it's like anyone can host an event at any point in time. I could invent a game event today and host it in like October and just get a bunch of indie devs to show their games there. Games are already public, and now I've got my own gaming event. I might make my own REMscom, and then everyone will show up for REMscom, and it'll just be a bunch of mid-indie games, because all the big players aren't going to put their shit in my shit, you know. But you could do that now. So it's now like, even if the event is mid, people aren't like as disappointed, because they're like, oh, it was just a random event that I just found out about like yesterday anyway, so big whoop. When it was just E3, it's like, we've been waiting all year for this. Is E3 blow us away? It's like, and when it's mid, it's like, oh fuck's sake, we have to wait another year now. REMscom don't sound that bad. I bet someone's taking that name, you know. Let me see. Oh, someone's got remcom.com. Why wouldn't you just make it rem.com? Why would you make it rem? I guess someone probably taken rem.com. Untrustworthy site. Rem.com is available. What about remscom.com? That doesn't work. What about rems.com? Fuck's sake, Rems International. Fuck's sake, I could have had remscom. Ugh. We need to get REMscom trend. I don't know if it trends and people just take the name. Oh, it's over. Oh, shit. Alright, well, that's it then. They got 1K dislikes. Yeah, I guess most people are happy. I think they've uploaded all the trailers here now. I think they upload them in like 4K. Let me check out the Psychonauts 2 trailer actually. We already saw it, but like I just want to see it in like a resolution that's not 1080p. I might have to cop Psychonauts, but it is a full price game, so maybe I should wait for a sale. Imagine some P-word pops up. Oh my god! Speaking of P-word, there was this site, those of you who are OGs, oh my god, I wonder what they do with the domain name right now. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. There was this site back when we were kids, I think they shut down in 2008, called MatMice, right? And, where's the music? There was this site, they allowed you to make your own homepage, right? I'm not going to tell you which one mine was, but I lost it and I found it on the Wayback Machine, so they actually captured it for me. But you could make your own homepage of matmice.com, and yeah, they're trying to 08, so let's go to like 05, and you can see what it looked like. This is what we were doing back at 05, okay? Yeah, it's an 05 website. You could make your own like homepage, like it's not a full website, just one page. Of course, you could just create multiple accounts and then link each homepage together to make a site, which we did. But me and my friends were on this thing, and we used to get all sorts of like GIFs or GIFs and shit, and like music and all sorts of like polls and shit. And there was this one website, it was like starlightmks.com, and I think they had like some GIFs or something like that. It was crazy, and we used it for our homepage. Like last year or something, I went to find my homepage again, which I'm not going to show here, maybe another time. I went to find my homepage, and it's like, it showed the image and it said, this thing is taken from Starlight MKS. I'm like, I went to starlightmks.com. It's literally a P-word site now. Like, the older owners must have got rid of the domain name, and someone else said, that's a good name for a P-word site. And they just copped it. And I went there thinking, it was like, maybe it'll still be up, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's that? What's that? What's that? And then, yeah. So, one day I'll tell the full MatMice story. One day I'll like show my home pages, but I can't show them now because there might be some personal data on there that is not in the public yet. But anyway, how was the event, guys? Did you enjoy it? Was it fun? I should post on Instagram. I mean, I post on Instagram here and there, but my life is too boring to like be posting every day. This game does look interesting. Oh, I wish I had clout so I could get a free code. Maybe I should use the other channel to try and get a free code. Would that work? I don't know. Jack Black. Wow. Zero out of 46,000. Really? But if it was 0, it wouldn't matter what the other number was. If it was 0 out of 2 versus 0 out of 2 million, it would actually change the quality. It's still 0. What would be the point of adding the 46,000? Post your meal so we can see how bad your taste is. You guys don't need to see my meals. Prem won't accept my Steam for Amquest fake content. I barely even open Steam. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I barely open Steam. I mean, when I'm gaming, obviously I open Steam, but I don't game that often because like 95% of my gaming is done on stream. So, you know, my Steam is literally closed most of the time. But yeah. What am I planning to do a stream of original Sage projects? No idea. I thought about it, but I'm not sure right now. So, Prem is yet to. We'll deal with all that later, okay? Opening night live tomorrow. Opening night live tomorrow. Where is it? August 25th, 7:30 p.m. CEST. Well, that's the pre-show. Half-hour pre-show. We might show up for a little bit of the mid pre-show just to like talk or whatever. The main show is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. 2 hours CST. CST is an hour ahead of me, so that's like 7 to 9. Okay. So there's gonna be some shit. August 25th, you know, yeah. Ugh. Friend doesn't care about his fans, but dollar signs that. Wow. Technically, you'd be pound sterling, but you should just stream for a few more hours. Stream what though? Like the event's over. I mean, I can't stream an Xbox game because they don't have exclusives. I'm joking. Well, the Xbox fans get mad at me. Play AC. Oh, it's funny. Funnily enough, you see this Clips channel here, right? Which also sub to the Clips channel. This is originally a live stream channel. It was gonna be like a secondary live stream channel because I remember I was streaming Assassin's Creed Valhalla and people weren't that interested. So I was thinking, given that it's like a fucking 50+ hour game, I'm not gonna stream it all on PREMulous. So let me have a secondary live channel. Well, I'll still have live streams on the main channel, but then if I had a secondary live channel where I could just go live randomly, like if I wanted to go live at 3 in the morning and play Burnout Paradise for 2 hours just because I feel like it, I could do that, and it wouldn't be bombarding the main channel with too many streams. So in the future, I will do that actually. Not now though, but yeah, in the future, if you want more streams, you have to subscribe to a live channel. Then the main streams will still be here. You know, me playing a game for the first time will be here, and then if I want to keep playing it and people are losing interest, like I did 4 streams on Ratchet and Clank, and by the 3rd stream, the whole chat was like, play this, play that, play that. You know, we're bored of this. So when it gets to that point, it's like, okay, I'll do 1 or 2 streams on the original channel, and then I'll go to the live channel, and then continue that game there. And those people that just really want to see me stream anything, we can go there. We could do like what the Twitch streamers do, right? Just like stream one game for like an hour, then switch to another game for like another hour. You know, it won't be like some highly thumbnail edited thing. Like right now I like to keep everything organized, so it's like this is an Xbox stream. If I go and stream AC, then I have to change the thumbnail, put AC on the thumbnail. You know, it's a whole separate thing. But if I have like that secondary streaming channel in the future, I could just say I'm playing games today, show up or don't show up kind of thing. So that will, what's the live? The live channel doesn't exist. My point was that this was called the live channel when I first created it, and I renamed it and made a Clips channel. But in the future, I will make a live channel. Right now, I'm not gonna do it because I don't go live enough. There's not enough content right now to justify having a second live channel, because I mean I haven't been live like the whole last week. I don't think I posted anything, so it's too early for that. But in the future, when there's a lot more content here and I don't want to bombard people with too many streams, then I'll have a live channel. So just something to think about is all I'm saying. I want you to know you make me feel like you're my friendulous. Well, I mean, I guess internet relationships are kind of interesting like that. You feel like you have a bond with someone, and obviously the bond is real. It's not the same as like being like IRL friends, but there is a bond when you're interacting with someone on a stream. You know, guy walking into your house with a machine gun. Oh, you guys in the story, man. In the future, man. It's not even that interesting of a story. You know, I'm gonna have to make a new channel. Nah, I like this channel avatar. I'm not changing it anytime soon. Although it still has the thick glasses and the afro, but the afro will grow back anyway. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Final Fantasy, I played the demo. I wouldn't say I disliked it. I just wasn't in love. I didn't see myself paying full price for it. Although I did actually buy one Final Fantasy game on Steam, so I could stream that at some point. Me and Prem on E-date. No, I don't E-date. I don't do that long distance shit. I've experienced too much of that shit in my real life to want to do it in my dating life. That's not happening. You paid for the avatar? No, actually, I got it for free. It wasn't really intentional though. I had an original. Let me actually try and find my original avatar. Most of you probably don't remember it because you weren't here back then. This was like back then. That was my original banner, and my original avatar was just a picture of me. Where is it? I can't even find it. There it is. That was my original avatar, just a picture of me. And then I think YouTube changed it to the circular shit, so then I made a circular version. And then someone who was a fan of my other channel was like, hey, I want to make some art for your channel. But they meant that channel. I was like, screw that channel, do some art for this channel. So then they sent me this. That was the original one they sent me when I said do one for this channel. And I was like, remove that, please. And I gave like a list of tweaks, and then eventually they came with like the full-blown version with the banner and everything. Really beautiful. So yeah, it turned out really nice. I really love it. Plug his Twitter. It's on the about page. You guys gotta read descriptions, man. It's all here, man. Everything is here. I got my milestones and everything. Oh yeah, if we hit 6K by like, this might be the quickest K I've done. Because I mean, that took from 2018 to 2020. That was like 5 months from 2 to 3K. This was like 7 months from 3 to 4. Yeah. This might be the quickest K. If I get to 6K within like the next month or so, it might be the quickest one. The outro music finished playing. See, wow. See, I've been talking too long. You read my about too many times. Yeah. I'm sure most people don't even get the reference though, but I still love that about page. Any vids you want to watch that? See, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. See, I forgot about all that shit. The plugs. The plugs, man. Where's the plugs? What's close to a K? This hit a K. That's good. The Pokemon stream finally hit a K. Spark 2 is a lit game. I say that a lot, but it's a lit game. 5 views away from a K. Come on. We can get that to a K. It's 5 views. There's 39 people here. Graduation Kanye skin in Crash 4. This was Crash 4 like extra stream. 10 views away from a K. We can do that. We can do that. If you wanna support the channel, just like sort the videos by like most popular, and then like if you see like videos like that are close to a K, like right under a K that haven't hit a K, just like watch those and get them to like a K. Because like, if you get these to a K, then these will be next in line. Eventually, all of them could eventually hit a K, right? Because everyone, like if you get big enough, all your old videos will eventually get viewed. Like if we go to PewDiePie's channel right now, what is the lowest viewed video on this channel? I mean, I don't think we can sort through like 10 years of videos, but like, yeah, it stops after like 15 million views. But you know, once you get to a certain size, even the old videos that you thought no one was watching anymore will still be getting viewed. Like, let's actually look now. This was definitely not at 1K when I first made it. This wasn't at 1K. This wasn't at 500 views. Some videos just keep getting viewed, you know. This definitely wasn't at 1K. You know. We got quite a bit of content here. You missed Road to Crash. Oh, well apparently Wumpa League might be a thing. Canadian guy made a video, or multiple videos talking about it, so maybe Wumpa League might be a thing that comes back. Come visit the United States is hype. Man, I went there like back in 1999, man. I went there back in 99. And that was cool. I haven't been there since. I mean, technically I had a layover in like Miami, but I didn't leave the airport. We didn't have enough time. I could have left the airport, but I would have missed my flight. But yeah. Is it hard to grow on YouTube? Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, it's harder for me because I'm doing variety content. If you do a channel focusing on one gaming franchise that's popular, people see one video of yours, be like, he's alright. Look at your videos page, and be like, he covers this one thing I like, I'm subscribing. Way easier to grow that way. But then, of course, that means if you lose interest in that thing, then, you know, what are you going to do, right? People might not follow you when you do something else. So, if you want to grow fast, focus on one thing that you're passionate about and hope that you don't lose interest in that thing. Like, if you like football, you want to play FIFA, you know there's always going to be a new FIFA every year because EA aren't going to stop as long as they're making money. So there's always a new thing to talk about. You know, if you're into first-person shooters, there's always another first-person shooter. You know, so you gotta make sure if you pick that one lane, make sure you can stick to it. I wasn't able to stick to my lane, which is why I'm here now, trying to grow with this variety shit, but it's very slow. So 3+ years in, I've got 5K subs, which is great, but there's people in 3 years who do like way more than that. If I was like a Minecraft YouTuber and all my videos are Minecraft, I would have way more than 5K subs in 3 years. That's all I'm saying. Like, put it that way. Does it bother me that my other channel has more views? Not bother me. I started it first. It's about something popular. I get it. I wouldn't say it bothers me. What bothered me was that people didn't come over here. When I said a million times, like, please, like, come over here. I think the shock of it, like, I really thought that I would get more people, but I didn't. So I guess it showed me how many people actually really were there for me versus the thing, which I understand. I presented myself with the thing, so it's natural that they're going to show up for that thing. So it is what it is, but yeah, I was upset when people didn't come over, but it is what it is. Do comments help the algorithm? Yeah, I don't know how much, but they do help. You know, because obviously you don't want a video that's got 1 million views and no comments, right? I don't like to focus on one thing. I like to make variety videos. The important thing is I sometimes want not to make walkthroughs, but on some things I want walkthroughs. I mean, walkthroughs, like, people get bored of the same thing a lot of the time, so after like 3 videos or streams on one game, people are like, on to the next thing, right? If you want to be like a mainstream channel. But like walkthrough channels, they still exist, but their views are usually lower on individual videos. Maybe a few videos here and there will go viral and that'll keep them afloat, but you know. Being scared that no one will watch because they don't subscribe to that one thing. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. But YouTube is kind of designed in a way where they want you to pick one lane and stick to it, so even here it's gonna be really hard to like try and change. Like, I don't have too much of a lane here, but I still have a lane, right? There's certain things I play, types of games I play, like leaning towards more platforming kind of heavy games. If I do an FPS, it's not gonna get the same kind of views. Where some people, they focus more on that kind of stuff. So there's still a lane here, it's still boxed in. Just you got more breather in this box. Like the first box I had before was like a fucking tiny studio flat, and this box is like, I got a few bedrooms, I got a nice big size bathroom, I got a kitchen, no longer a kitchenette, but it's not a mansion, right? Like I got room to maneuver with different stuff, but don't get crazy and start hoarding shit, you know what I mean? Like, so like if you look at Linus, for example, one of my favorite tech channels, they do so much shit that they can't put it all on the main channel, right? They have like the main channel, and then they have like, so this is where they like review tech, right? Then they have this channel where they basically talk about the same tech, but they like unbox it. So like they have unbox it on one channel, review it on a different channel, because they don't want to have like the unboxing and the review in the same like channel. Is too bombarded, and this is like little quick tech facts and shit. So everything's split up. They have like a channel for like Apple stuff. They have this is like tech news kind of. They have like their weekly WAN show where they like discuss all sorts of like tech shit that's going on, and then they take that and then they basically clip all of the things from that into the clips channel, and it, like everything is like segmented now. You know, look at KSI. His whole main channel got turned into a fucking music channel, and then his side channel basically became his main content channel. Like, that's just how it is now, right? Like, you can't do everything in one place. Like, I used to post clips on here, and I was like, I don't know. Like, at the time, I wasn't posting enough content, so it made sense. But now it's like, you know what? I need to make a clips channel because I don't want to bombard people. Like, you'll subscribe to me for, like, streams and, like, gameplay stuff, and then all of a sudden you get a 30-second video titled Goat Nut on your feed. You're like, I didn't sub for this. You know? So I'm like, I need a clips channel so I can do that and not worry that I'm going to get subscriber burn because I put Goat Nut on my main channel instead of putting it on the clips channel. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I have the clips channel, I got the main channel. Eventually I'll have a separate live stream channel for people that really just want to see me stream like every day, but I don't want to bombard the main channel. So there'll keep being more channels, right? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it because I've restarted the outro music like a million times, and I think it's time to dip. Now it's not buffering. What the Alright. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you go, I'll be bored as fuck. Don't worry, you'll see me tomorrow. Opening night live is gonna be 2 hours. Alright, you're gonna see my face for 2 whole hours, which is way more than the 1 hour 46 minutes. Yeah, I spent way too long on the outro. Well, you'll see me for 2 hours tomorrow. What time is the event? I'm pretty sure it's 7 p.m. UK. The pre-show starts 30 minutes before that. So, I might go live for the pre-show. I mean, it'll probably be mid, but or at least we can hang out in the chat or something. But yeah. Event tomorrow. And then the day after that, Future Game Show got their own Gamescom event. It might be mid. If I'm in the mood, I'll stream that as well. But definitely one tomorrow. We're checking that out. No, 7 p.m. The pre-show's like 6:30. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But it is your boy, PREMulous, Rem Gang. I'm out.